day they called the police and found her dead.
Ronaldo.
What are you looking at me for?
What do you think?
I don't know any Ronaldos.
This is all right. It said Ronaldo, but the only Ronaldo I'm accustomed to is Cristiano Ronaldo from Manchester United.
You're a fan.
Yeah, that's solid.
You think you're smart.
Oh, wow. No, Dark Side of the Ring, too. Did you see the... Yeah. Did you watch the Owen Hart one? Or the Crossface? Chris Benoit.
Hey, can you do me a favor?
Yes.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay,
Just for
sorry.
like 1 second.
Whoops. I'm sorry.
Oh, hello everyone, and welcome to the Funky Panther. Coming to you from Fort Worth, Texas, we have got another amazing show for you, a spooktacular show for you here on episode number 114. We have got Eve here. You want to say hey?
Hey, y'all.
It's going to be a crazy episode. I'm looking forward to it. I'm a little worried about it, to be quite honest with you, but I'm looking forward to it. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. I'm Chad.
I'm Javier.
I'm Tim.
And we are the Funky Panther!
I'm actually concerned because of what might get uncovered in Javier's life.
Right.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Things are going to be said, I feel.
I'm already picking up on things.
Oh, man.
I mean, in
My
case
body
you
is
didn't
just
know,
kinda like
so Eve is a medium. Not a medium.
Right. Not the thing in the middle of the road.
But I'm not the average medium.
Well done. Well done.
and so we thought, why not? You know,
We've been talking about this
Yeah.
for a while, and then our not so close friend Jared over at Tales from the Fort had you on his podcast, right? And we were like, well, we need to have this kind of situation. And no, I'm just joking. Jared's over here in the corner. We love you, man.
Nobody puts Jared in the corner.
We're literally just copying him shamelessly from Tales from the Fort. But we're so glad to have you on the show.
Absolutely.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
So a lot of times on the beginning of the episode, we kind of talk about what we've done over the past week. We get into some group news, then we'll go through some sports, some news, and then learn all about you, and then things about us probably, or whatever. I don't know.
I'm nervous. My hands are clammy.
Things that are watching us, maybe, or attached to us, or
in the room. All right. So
feeling us. I don't know.
Wait, what? That's me. I'm just going to let you know that's me. It's not a spirit. Javier, what did you do this weekend?
Man, I was asking Tim. I kind of forgot. Friday, I think. Saturday, I'm trying to remember. I'm sorry if. Oh, we went and saw Ludacris on Saturday. And yeah, we saw Ludacris, and our good, great pal, friend of the show, Lou Charles, opened for him.
Who is Lou?
Who is Lou?
Who is Lou?
Who is Lou?
But our buddy opened up for Ludacris, and it was down over at Ten Hill Music Hall over there in the Stockyards.
What'd y'all think about Ten Hills?
It was good to see Ludacris. It was a lot of fun. Lou put on a great show. The place, I'm sure.
Enough of that. But let's
I'm
get
sure
into
the music hall.
Ten Hills?
Seriously, give it some time. I think it just needs time to get better.
Okay.
You know,
you mean like staff wise,
and just the whole. It looks like a place you used to go watch high school bands play.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of had that traditional introduction, like that little bar area. What do you call that? Just I don't know, whatever.
Introduction bar area?
No, like before you go into the auditorium, you have like a little area kind of set up.
Like
a lobby type thing.
The foyer.
Yeah, so they had like a foyer
where there was a vestibule
where you could go and drink out of the bar, and
they had a bar in the foyer.
Yeah. And then they
marquee.
open the doors.
No, that's not the marquee.
The
marquee
thing over the door, over the sign.
Yeah, we're just like not good with the words here.
No.
But then you go into the actual room. I thought it was actually really nice. I really like the way they put it together. I agree that maybe the staff. I mean, it's still pretty fresh. It's only been open like a week or two, right?
No, it's been open for like over a month.
No, not.
I think
Kate went to one of the first shows. I
Okay,
think.
at this point, who cares? It wasn't that great. Needs more
Whoa,
time.
calmate. We're talking over here.
But
Yeah, it was cool. But Lou killed it. Did he not?
he absolutely did.
Holy
He always
shit.
puts on a great show. Honestly, I wouldn't have gone if Lou wasn't performing.
Same.
We already knew Ludacris was coming into town, and of course he has all the hits. Which he played all the hits,
All
everything.
the hits.
Literally
yeah.
every single. Never a full song.
Never a full song, but he did play a lot of them.
He would play his verse from just someone at Justin Bieber's song, or
Yeah.
stop it, and the DJ would go over to another song, and he'd do the best part of that song. It was pretty entertaining, though. It was just a huge DJ artist.
I really
set,
wish he
almost.
would have done Gossip Folks too. His part from Gossip Folks, I love that part, and I was.
I really like his part in Gossip Girls.
Yeah. Oh, he wasn't in Gossip Girl. He was in Law and Order SVU, and he got away with murder, and he murdered a child.
Oh my god!
Eve, do you like Ludacris?
Love Ludacris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Ludacris song?
Oh man, that's a hard one.
It is right. You got your area codes. You got your. Well, who else?
He
What
played
else?
Blueberry Yum Yum, which is my
Oh,
fave,
yeah.
and I was going nuts. And so was Lance, because apparently it's Lance's favorite
Yeah,
song
it is
too.
Lance, yeah.
We went nuts. Again, he just played every freaking song we could imagine. Yeah, it was great.
My favorite. Oh,
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's okay.
I was going to say
Just
my.
don't
do it again. Okay. Yes, please continue.
You will die.
It's the one where he's smacking people with those big hands and
Oh, in the video.
It's
Yeah,
Get
you
Back.
don't know me like
Get
that.
Back.
Get back.
Get-
Yeah,
You don't know me like that.
So many.
Yeah.
good songs.
came, I
saw.
Yeah, no, that was a
I
fucking
hit
pop.
him right there in
In
the
the
jaw.
jaw.
In the jaw.
Yeah, it
That
was,
was,
fun.
that was
It was a good time.
That's old.
when we were really drunk and we were singing every lyric. Of course, because he only.
And with that said, we can tell that you're in our age group.
Yes.
Because only people within our age group probably know that.
Yeah.
I'm not that old.
First, rudeness.
Super
I'm sorry.
young is what you meant.
I apologize. My favorite story from the night, though, was the DJ saying, "Where my Texas folks at?" and then playing Nirvana.
Yeah, that was a little different.
Yeah,
I don't
that
know
was-
why he was. He played Nirvana after asking about
Nirvana.
the Texans. I'm
Yeah.
that's not okay. We're not
I think
Seattle.
from Seattle.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's why we're like,
Right on.
But
what?
diverse crowd.
yeah, man. There was cowboys there getting down. There were young people, older people. I mean, it was really cool to see. I will say
Tall
that.
and short people.
I mean, I never thought that the first time I would see Ludacris live would be in the stockyards. You know what I mean? It's kind of neat, though. We've talked about this quite a
Yeah.
bit. It's the stockyards are really kind of growing to be this more diverse area, especially down Mule Alley. You got a lot of really cool
I think that's
shit.
what Tim Love's wanting to do is
Yeah.
diversify a little
We
bit.
saw him. He popped up. We saw Tim Love, and then Tom, of course, our buddy Tom over at Visit Fort Worth. He was there. We saw Ernie. Mitch was up on stage doing videography and some photos for Lou. Took a phenomenal picture of Lou. He posted on his Instagram of the whole crowd behind him. You could see
yeah.
how packed the place
Yeah.
was. I mean, they were showing up for Lou, and one of the cool things was obviously not everybody knew all of Lou's songs because some people are there for Ludacris, right?
Right.
But the people that did know, it was obvious. They were singing. They were had their hands up and stuff. And then Lou, of course, does such a great job of getting the crowd pumped that even the people that didn't know who he was jumping up and down, having a good time.
Yeah.
But yeah, really well done. He also played this song that I'd never heard before. It was almost like this ass and titties kind of slow jam, not
yeah.
slow jam, but
Ass
just
and
not
Titties
a-
was not a slow jam.
no,
though.
but it's I don't know. I don't remember what it was called. But he hadn't released it yet, and we're so ready for him to release it because it was a badass song. I'm excited for it.
Man, so y'all had a good weekend.
Well, but that was just Saturday
Yeah.
night. You
Yeah.
just talking
Yeah.
Saturday. What else did you do?
Sunday we hung out over at Chad's,
Yeah.
had a little get together, watched some foosball.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
not. I mean,
that was cool.
we'll get into the sports section here in a second.
Will
but
we though?
Yeah.
It was nice
Maybe
to have
not.
everyone over at the apartment finally. I mean,
Was it?
Yeah, I just said it.
Did you
was.
like me giving the tour though?
You did such a great job
I
with the
think I
tour.
did.
Thank you so much.
I was making up for my
being an asshole.
I wasn't being an asshole.
the first time you saw my apartment, and
I
then
was-
only talked about your office.
I was just being I was being myself, and
Okay.
that's not being an asshole.
No,
That's
I
just my
know.
80
That's just
deep
you.
brain.
I
just
got it.
it
but
fucking happens.
You did a great job showing everyone around
Did.
because I was cooking, brunch foods and mimosas and shit like that. But yeah, a lot of people showed up. Thanks. Shout out to everybody that popped up. Andrew from Fort Worth Roots
Yeah.
came over. Of course, Jordan came over from Forever Reckless, and then
Lance,
Lance was there.
Emo
from
Taco.
all of his podcasts
And the Ballback
now.
podcast.
Ball bag,
Yeah. So
and then so good times had. I mean, did you have anything else go on for you?
So actually, yeah. So it wasn't during the weekend. It was actually last night. So Sarah and I went to RAR because Zane Lamprey was doing a show.
Who's Zane Lamprey?
So whenever I was starting to travel, like say 10, 11 years ago, right?
Okay.
I was trying to hit all 50 states, and I was like, man, I'm going to go to places that, you don't, like when you go to vacation, do you think Milwaukee? Is that a place that you're like,
No.
I'm going to go to Milwaukee?
I mean, yeah, no.
Not even the
really,
beer.
right? And that's one of the places I went. And so, like, whenever I used to go on these like random weekend trips with Jesus or with Danny or with Roy or whoever, right? We would go to these random cities, and I would go watch Drinking Made Easy, which is Zane Lamprey's show. He's a stand up comic. He's like a travel alcohol.
Okay, I got you.
Guy,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And he had two different shows, 3 Sheets, and then he had Drinking Made Easy. And so every time I would go travel somewhere, I would watch Drinking Made Easy first.
Mm-hmm.
And so like that's why I had a scorpion shot in Milwaukee with Jesus, or I found really cool speakeasies or breweries or
Right.
bars, or had cool different drinks or whatever that I never would have known about had I not watched that show.
So he was at RAR.
He was at RAR last night randomly, and he did a stand-up comedy show, and it was he's hilarious. Like
Right.
all he was doing is storytelling about like different travels and different things that he did, but it was fucking hilarious.
Do you hope to be that man?
Man, I'm so jealous. I 100%. I was like, man, if I ever did comedy, I could tell stories. I've got plenty of stories from travels and things like that. I could do that.
Yeah, maybe.
But it was really cool finally meeting him because it was, been years in the making, and I've never seen him in person. I didn't even know.
Did you actually meet him?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I posted on my Instagram. Thanks for paying attention.
Dude, work's been
Wow.
crazy, man.
Eve,
Wow.
where's one spontaneous place you'd want to go that you've always wanted to go to? Or if you just said drop everything, just fly out somewhere.
Probably Kentucky.
Yeah?
'cause it's gorgeous out there.
Really?
The people hit different.
No kidding. Tell
Yeah.
me more, please.
So, there's a lot of bourbon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
alcohol, so that's
Fan.
good.
Obviously. I don't know why. I don't know why.
But like Emerosa, there's a band called Emerosa. I met them. They're from Kentucky, and they were amazing. So they're not just country boys out there. There's like metalheads. There's emo kids. Like
Yeah.
there's just a bunch of different types of
It's
characters.
a diverse,
so-
eclectic group.
That's awesome.
Kentucky's
cool.
and it's beautiful at the same time.
They
So-
considered Midwest Kentucky. Would that be Midwest, or is that still South?
I think it's Midwest.
Midwest.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got that Midwest emo scene.
Are there mountains? I imagine
stuff.
Kentucky. That's my safe word,
Kentucky,
by the way.
or mountains.
No, Kentucky.
Mountains and stuff in
It's
Kentucky.
always been Kentucky.
It's
though.
always been Kentucky.
It has.
I
It's
know.
weird.
I'm well aware of
Is
the safe
Kentucky like a mountainous area? Like I feel like
in certain areas of Kentucky, yeah.
I imagine
It
it's
sounds
like on
pretty.
the foothills of like the Appalachia.
it sounds
word.
very
Yeah,
pretty.
like the Smoky
Yeah.
Mountains. You're kind of
Right.
right over there. Yeah, I would assume so.
Kind of like Tennessee. It's the same way.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
like Tennessee.
Me too.
All right, Eve, what did you do this weekend?
Oh God, what did I do this weekend? What did I do? I was sick.
Oh, that's not
Sorry.
fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hung out with Mr. Jared over here.
Oh, cool. I'm
It
sorry.
was fun. Yeah.
Oh, fun. Sorry.
Probably why I don't remember anything. What did you do, Jared?
Whoa.
He's got that effect on people.
Oh,
It's
look,
weird.
Roofies? Is
on
that
the-
an effect?
Did you
or-
roofie me, Jared?
Dude, every time I've hung out with them, I don't remember what happened, and I'm always waking up sore in the strangest places.
I'm always waking up with Murray licking me in the weirdest spots.
What is going on?
But I do love Murray.
Yeah, Murray
Murray's
does
Murray.
love the best.
Murray the
He's
dog
the
is
best.
an amazing little. He's a good lap dog.
He's not
that
a
one.
little, yeah.
We hang out with Jared for Murray.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
That's
mean,
actually facts.
how heavy is Murray? 120
120
pound
pound
Jesus.
dog, yeah.
lab.
On
Yeah.
the
That's a teenager.
Jesus
right.
Christ.
Yeah.
Lord.
He's a big boy.
So when we stayed in Jared's down in San Antonio, I slept in the living room on an air mattress, and Murray decided that was going to be his spot too. And I'll tell you, you can't move the dog.
No.
Like I could probably pick up a 120-pound person and move them, but Murray's just different.
Yeah.
It's like dead weight. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
completely
Yeah.
dead
He goes where he wants to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to move him. He's just going to do what he wants.
So I picked up on his energy as a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he gets really jealous. You know, he's possessive of your time and energy, especially girls. And what I heard him say was, "That's my woman."
What?
Yeah.
What?
So if you didn't know, and I learned this from the episode, but dogs apparently have project their energy.
Absolutely.
And can, I guess you can interpret what they say.
Interesting.
So that's pretty. That's
So you better back off, Jared.
that makes me. I mean, curious to know what my dogs are saying and stuff. But also I feel like one of my dogs is just stupid. And she would be saying the dumbest shit to me all the time, which I'm kind of thankful that I don't hear that.
Right, right.
So I actually went out
Oh, what'd you do?
I went out and went to Nickel City. Well, actually, I went to Tiki Tarantula. Or Tarantula Tiki Bar, yeah. Did that first. Jesse had never been, so we were like, all right, I'm going to take you here. We're going to go there. We're going to get a drink. We'll leave there, go over to Nickel City so she can check out the pop-up that's going on over there. Have a drink. I was like, I'm going to get you, we're going to get 2 sliders and order cheese curds, and your life's going to be changed.
Was it changed, though?
It was, 100%. She was, so good. And she was like, and it's not because I'm drunk. Because Jesse's like, she's such a lightweight. She had one drink over at Tarantula.
Yeah.
And then I got the Screaming Banshee over at Nickel City. She started drinking a little bit.
For the Black Lagoon pop-up, which ends on the 31st, everyone.
Does.
Go check out the Black Lagoon pop-up.
Yeah.
You've got 5 or 6 days left at Nickel City to check it out. It is well worth it.
And if you're listening to this, a year from now, sorry you missed it.
Well, it'll be back next year, so.
Hopefully so, yeah. I think it's gone well. But, yeah, so we went over there, and life changed. Have you ever been to Nickel City?
No, haven't.
Okay, so Nickel City's over in South Main. It's just like, it's not a dive bar.
It's a neighborhood bar.
It's a neighborhood bar, but it's kind of like a little bit more upscale, right? So they're doing this thing called Black Lagoon, and think Halloween, only not like the Munsters and shit like that. Like their playlist is actually pretty badass. So it's playing everything from like Typo Negative to
that's my jam.
There's Pantera, Rob Zombie, some Korn, 9 Inch Nails, yeah.
Some Power Man 5000.
Yeah, there's just like all this shit going on, and then the decorations are not like your average. I'm going, to decorate my house. I mean, it might be decorating your house. I don't know. But like the normal person's going to put like the cute pumpkins up and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
But they went dark.
Pentagrams.
Yeah. So
him?
Yes.
Validate him?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
It's like lit up above the bar. Like just, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So great.
I want to go now.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
such
man.
a cool place.
You should.
Yeah.
Good time there.
I mean, not right now. Not right now.
Yeah, not right now.
See you later, guys.
She just gets up. All right, this is fun.
Yeah, so we did
Sold.
that. Life was changed. Then we hung out on Sunday over at your place and had a good time, man.
Thanks again for giving him on a tour, man.
Yeah.
Sweet, sweet boy.
I loved my on the fly. This is where Chad gives his motivational speeches. I feel like you do that though. I feel like you stand in front of like, I am a big boy.
I don't. I feel like I need to now just to see. I mean, like you sold it like that was a thing that I do.
It might make you feel good.
I might need to.
You wake up and you're just ready to go. Be
It's like standing in the mirror and be like, you deserve everything. You are the man.
I am the best boy here.
I'm not going to say the best boy. Like I think I have a different thing that I'm going to say than the things that you're saying.
Yeah, whatever.
But yeah.
All right. So I mean,
we don't have any group updates. All I want to say is like, go check out Black Lagoon in Nickel City. We have anything for the Funky Panther? No, right?
No, nothing's going on.
Nothing.
Okay.
All right, you know what? Hey, okay. Should we get into sports? I mean, he's got that podcast. You want to plug your podcast?
Yes, please.
Podcast.
I have another podcast.
And now our sports news correspondent, Javier Hernandez.
Brought to you by the Ball Bag Podcast.
I was gonna say that, you bitch.
The Dallas Cowboys defeated the Detroit Lions 24-6 in a crazy game for the defense. The defense really took over and demolished the 1-3 Lions and 1-5 Lions. Anyways, the Cowboys play the Bears on Sunday. Check them out. For more sports updates, check out, like Tim and Chad said, check out the Ball Bag Podcast on all streaming platforms. Again, we talk about all sports all the time.
Nothing but sports.
Nothing but sports.
All the sports.
Yeah, Premier League, F1, football, hockey, foosball, anything weird, anything they show on the Ocho. Like dodgeball and stuff like that.
Competitive freeze tag.
Competitive. Have you seen the marble races that they used to have?
Yes.
Yes, those are fucking entertaining. I love those. Also, a degenerate's crutch.
Yeah, we got to gamble on those next time we see.
All right,
I'm down for that. But that's sports.
Hey, but I want to before we get into that, were y'all happy? I mean, y'all are happy about the win with the Cowboys, right?
Yeah.
I was happy about the win too. But that game fucking sucked.
Second half was great.
The first half was terrible.
Yeah, fourth quarter we came alive. Defense really did a lot of work, and
I wanted to see more action.
I mean, how many turnovers were there? There was a lot of action.
Plenty. You had a great bunch of strip sack, and a bunch of good plays. Are you a sports person, Eve?
Yes, college.
Yeah. Ooh, who's your team?
Depends, but don't hate me, Ohio State.
No, that's fine. Zeke went to Ohio State.
Yeah.
So,
and my school's playing Ohio State, I think, in just like next week maybe, or a couple weeks. Penn State, so we're hoping for a win. Penn State, I don't want Ohio State to win. So.
The Penn State Sandusky, yes.
I understand.
The Penn State Sandusky's, yes. Mm-hmm. We don't talk about that anymore at the school. In fact, they send out a letter like, don't mention that guy's name.
Literally the only reason that Tim wanted to go to Penn State
is because of Sandusky. Yeah,
he's like, you know what? Sign me the fuck up.
Seems like a upstanding guy.
Yeah, 100%.
I was gonna join, their football team. I was going to try to, at least, or basketball, or any of the teams.
Okay, Uncle Rico, we get it.
Dude, that would have been good content, though.
Yeah, it really would. On the group chat, Corey, our buddy, went to the game, and it was a blast. It looked like it was a blast the second half.
A lot of people went to this game.
Absolutely. Yeah. It was a pretty good one to go to.
And that was Action Sports from our sports news correspondent for Ball Bag Podcast.
Ball Bag Podcast, all streaming platforms. Check us out.
All right. Thank you, Javier.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Are you glad for your shameless plug? We can't do that. We're not going to do that.
Yeah, we're not going to do it every time.
Yeah, we are. I'm going to say ball bag.
No, we're not.
Yes.
We're going to cut you out then.
Okay.
So I have to warn you, this is going to get real shrill real fast.
And now it's time for news with Tim. Take it away, Tim.
Thank you, Chad.
No problem, man.
All right. So did you know the mullet is back?
Is this news? This is how bad our news is.
No.
Holy shit!
Hang on. The mullet's back. Like
I'm well aware.
Have you seen them? Have you seen people rocking mullets?
We were actually in Second Rodeo Brewing, and there was this dude. He was like 6'5", 6'6". He was probably like 300.
He was like almost like half of Andre the Giant, but he was a
unit.
big man.
Just a complete unit.
Still a big guy.
Tucked in cowboy shirt, cowboy hat.
Probably wrestle some steers.
The craziest. Beautiful mullet hanging out the back of that thing.
So I saw a dude when we went to Nickel City, and he comes out. It wasn't in costume. This is how the dude normally looks.
It's a thing now.
Glorious blonde permed mullet.
Everything's cyclical, man.
I wish I had more hair.
I like it.
Yeah,
because I would totally rock the mullet.
Really? What about the mullet do you like?
Probably because I'm trailer trash, and it's natural for me to do that. But I know. But when you do it right and you style it, it looks kind of good.
How about a permed mullet?
A good permed mullet.
No, sir.
No,
actually, the permed ones.
I want the curls, not like necessarily the tight curls.
No curls. Yeah. Yes, I do want
like
curls,
loose, but not the Jerry curl, real tight. I don't want that. I want it to be kind of long and curled. All right. So here's what's going on, though. So America's Next Top Mullet will soon be crowned. That is a thing. There's a competition, right?
Okay.
A major competition is underway for the ultimate prize. It's not the Major League Baseball playoffs, but it's the USA Mullet Championship. Voting ends Tuesday night at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, which is tonight. So
I'm not going to vote.
I'm not either.
I'm not going to vote.
I can't wait to find
like
out.
Skin in that game.
So there's one guy. There's one guy that's on here. His name is Scott Salvador. And he's 34. His mullet's age is 4.5 years. And the name of his mullet is the Lord's Drapes.
Are they supposed to name him? Is that part of the game?
I think so, man. I mean, we got one Wisconsin waterfall.
Okay, hold on. Can we just think for a second? If you were to have a mullet,
what would you name it?
What would you name your mullet?
Not the Lord's Drapes. That's for damn sure.
I think I would go with this one. This is Buddy Campbell, age 40. He's got the Whistling Kitty Chaser.
No, okay. Tim, eyes up. Stop looking at the screen.
Whistling Kitty Chaser.
What would your mullet be called?
Man, I think I'd probably call him Jerry.
Just Jerry.
Yeah.
Just a simple Jerry.
Just a simple Jerry.
Eve, mullet name?
Whistling Dixie.
This is Tim, and my mullet's name is Jerry.
Okay. Have you met Jerry?
Yeah.
And they're like, who? And you look over your shoulder?
No, I'm not going to look over my shoulder. I'm going to whip my hair a little bit. Let it,
Javier, what's your mullet name?
Senor Bag of Crap.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got Rich Brandon Barron. He's 39. Mullet age is 3 years, and his mullet's name is the Papi Fuego.
Ooh, I like that one.
Yeah.
Delicioso.
Yeah, so we got Mr. Chavez here, the Oregon Tail.
That's good.
I mean, these names are great. So yeah, I can't wait to see who wins out of that. Just off a name alone, I'm going with probably the Whistling Kitty Chaser. But if I was going to have to say one that's going to win, it's going to be the Wisconsin Waterfall. I will have to link this in our description so those can see it, and y'all can look at this later. It's great.
Awesome.
So moving on, I didn't know this, but so we're all familiar with the Cookie Monster from Sesame Street, right?
I am familiar with the Cookie Monster.
Yeah. Did you know he's got a name that's not the Cookie Monster?
No,
Shut the front door.
It's the Cookie Monster.
So
Wait, hold on. What do you?
Yeah.
What do you think his name is, Eve?
Whistling Dixie.
That's it. Garbage.
Garbage.
all right, he is a garbage disposal of cookies. So taking to Twitter, the shock revelation came from the horses, or should we say the puppet's mouth? He tweeted, "Did you know me name is Sid?
Sid.
But me still like to be called Cookie Monster.
Me like cookie."
That surprising post received over 38,000 likes and was flooded with comments from Sesame Street fans of all ages that had no idea that his name was Sid. And one even said, "I didn't know this. Sid is a cool name."
I don't like that. I don't like it at all. I don't like giving the Cookie Monster a real name.
Well, I mean, Oscar.
He's the Cookie
The
Monster.
Grouch is Oscar, right?
Yeah.
The frog is Kermit.
Okay.
Miss Piggy is Miss Piggy.
So call him Grouch. I mean, come on.
Sid.
Cookie Monster. Call him Monster. Call him Cookie Monster. He's a
Sid from
monster.
Sesame Street.
Yeah, it sounds like a murder. Like
Yeah.
Sid Vicious from Sesame Street.
I don't like it at all.
Sid Cookie Vicious
Yeah.
monster.
I bet cookie is a code word this whole time.
It might. Oh, Jim Hansen, you pervert.
Oh, no.
me want cookie.
Okay.
Nom nom nom.
This is why Javier is not
C
the Cookie
is for
Monster.
cookie, and cookie is inside me, and it'll be inside you. That's a weird. What kind of cookie you
I
talking
don't-
about? Cookie Monster?
I don't like where this went.
He did it all for the cookie.
Hey! So
That's
she
it.
can take that cookie and
Whoa,
dip it in
okay.
some
That's it.
milk. Dip it in some milk.
Why does Cookie Monster sound like he is?
Dip it in some
I
milk.
did it all for the cookie. So she can take the cookie. No, just
The
Is he a
voice-
Colombian drug
Yeah,
lord? I get this.
Why does he sound
it sounds
Colombian
like.
all of a sudden?
Because he's Latino.
Oh man,
Is
All
he
right.
Latino?
No, I think
Sid's not really a Latino name.
it's really not.
Sydney. I don't know.
No.
It's not
No,
either.
no.
Oh, sorry.
All right. We discussed this a little bit before the show, before anyone else got here. But so there's an article called "The Economics Behind Quiet Quitting," and I've never heard of quiet quitting, but Chad apparently has been doing it for months now.
A month. Don't. I haven't been doing it for months.
Okay.
Everyone.
So what I learned about it is it's not actually quitting, but it's just like, I'm going to do my job and that's it. The bare minimum. I'm not going to go above or beyond anymore.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's weird. I feel like some of it's COVID, some of it's the way that companies are dealing with their employees these days. I feel like there's a whole lot of like craziness that happened, but it's just essentially not doing the best you could possibly do. It's just doing it, just doing what you need to get your job done.
I mean, but I think that's what like you got hired for, right?
So
Yeah.
I guess, but like I've worked my ass off for like 11 years
But
straight.
the American way is to like do more than what you're supposed to do. I feel.
Yeah.
And you get burnt out like what I did and quit entirely and didn't care anymore. That's what happens.
Yeah.
You get burnt out really quick.
But I don't want to actually quit because of money. So I'm just quietly quitting and just barely doing what I need to do.
Like, oh, I got this project. Cool.
That's how you do it,
I'm
though.
going to do that. I'm not going to go above it.
We got the podcast, got school, got everything else going on. I'm just going to like do what I need to.
Do what you need to make the money,
all
and
about
that's
balance.
it. Yeah.
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 For
And
sure.
really, it's what's the saying? You work to live, you don't live to work.
right.
So I mean, I've been doing. I'm glad my dad does not listen to my podcast because I'll do what I need to do. And
Hey, I'm
then,
actually getting a phone call from.
Hey,
right
whoa, hold on. No, I'm trying now to like.
It's okay.
I'm trying now to like take more time for myself, and like even when it comes to like if I'm going on a trip with my girlfriend or spending more time, like less time at work, and
Take every opportunity you can not to work.
I think that's what COVID
Seriously.
taught us, though. I mean, I've been doing that for a long time now, where it's like I'm taking the vacations. I've got the vacation time. I might as well take it, right?
Yeah.
And not giving it two shits how it's going to affect my job. Like, this is my time, and I've been doing that for years now.
I agree. Same.
But I think COVID really changed that perspective on people, right? And now it's like, you know what? Why bust my ass for a company whenever I can just come in and actually do my job, and that's it? And that's what you hired me for. You didn't hire me for. But if you want to get ahead, that's the way to look at it.
Yeah.
So
It's a con,
oh,
in my
it
opinion.
is.
Henry Ford was a piece of shit for organizing the 5-day work week. Piece
Yeah,
of
he
shit.
can
Yeah.
eat a bag of
Dicks. Yes, say
Yeah.
yes,
You can
yes.
say whatever you need
You can
to
say
say.
whatever you want on this.
eat a bag of dicks.
Yes, fuck that
in your
guy.
spirit life.
Yes.
Damn it! I'm gonna have to bleep this out now. No. All right. So
He's
So,
not.
you know,
He's
yeah,
not. We
I'm
cuss
not
all the
gonna-
time.
I'm not
Like,
gonna bleep it
real
out. That's
bad.
fine.
Real
That
bad.
candy ass.
And that was News with me. Thank you, everybody, and good night.
Is that like Walter Cronkite?
He said what he would say, like, good night.
I didn't want to do the full like hard stop on that.
Yeah.
Like I have been doing.
Hard stop.
Horde. Stop that music. Horde.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I like it when I stop things hard.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry about that. Sorry about my friend here. Usually I'm the one that says this, but I know my manners when there's a lady present.
No, he really doesn't.
I don't give a shit.
He
So-
actually doesn't.
I'm probably worse.
Yes, success.
We'll see. I'm actually looking forward to
I'm very excited about what's going to happen.
All right, so we're gonna get to know you a little bit before we just dive into what it is that you have, your abilities. We're exploiting you for your abilities tonight.
Exploit away.
Anyways,
And
so-
Tim has been working with Jared and then working with you to get you on, so we don't really know anything about anything.
And
we're literally just
so for example, like I wanted to come in fresh with this. I'm excited to. I'm very pumped.
All right.
I'm very pumped.
So to start things off, though, I think we need to jump into our Funky Five.
Yeah, let's do that.
And Chad, you like to start this off. So
I love doing the Funky Five.
come on with it.
All right, so the Funky Five is a little questionnaire that we ask all of our guests to come on the show. Just kind of rapid fire questions. Are you from Fort Worth?
East Texas.
East Texas. But how long have you been in the general area?
Forever.
Forever? Okay.
Yeah.
So a lot of these are going to be Fort Worth related, but if you can't think of something from Fort Worth right off the top of your head, say something from East Texas, right? So if I was going to say like your favorite Fort Worth restaurant, what would that be?
Ooh.
They're tough. It's tough. There's so many good ones.
Or one that you've been visiting recently more often because it's like
So
fresh
good.
of mind.
I would have to say,
It could be Applebee's.
no.
It cannot be
I want to be
Applebee's.
unique, damn it.
It cannot fucking be Applebee's.
I want to have like the best hole in the wall that no one's ever heard of, and everyone
Please,
goes and
bring
says,
it on.
I'm the one that took them there.
I've
Yes.
had some good times at Applebee's, though.
Oeda's in Louisville.
Which one?
Oeda's in Louisville. It's a Mexican restaurant
Okay.
off of 121.
Are you a
Oeda's?
Mexican food type of girl?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What got you going into Mexican food?
And here's the side questions.
It's Tex-Mex.
Yeah.
You know, so
Texas.
it's not really.
It's not.
I mean, like I'm Mexican. I love
But
that
it's
shit.
really good
Yeah.
for me.
That's all that
Yeah.
matters.
I mean, this guy likes ponchos.
I love ponchos.
I love
Love
ponchos.
ponchos.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Give me that heart attack on a freaking platter.
Yes, ma'am. Jared, there's ponchos over here. Have you taken her?
No.
You gotta take her to
we ought to do it
ponchos.
ponchos. Because
Yes.
before it,
Eventually,
Before
all
God-
good things.
yeah.
All good things have to end at some point.
yeah, and it's like the last one.
Is that ponchos for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
gonna
We
end
need
at
to
some
go
point.
soon. We also need to do the Luby's thing that we keep
Yeah,
pushing back.
We definitely do. Okay. All right.
All right, question number 2. What is your favorite Fort Worth drinking spot?
Ooh, Fort Worth. I would have to say the Pour Shack in Keller
Okay.
because it's smoky and just disgusting and great. You
So it
walk
really
in
is like
and
a
you're
hole in the wall?
already smelling like a bag of dicks, you know, and a smoky bag of dicks.
Yeah,
and
right.
So
My
yeah.
favorite kind. We used to have a bar up here, Bungalow. Used to be like that.
I had a
walk
sign
in.
that said "Ladies Welcome."
Yeah.
So you know it's
Nice.
a classy joint.
Oh yeah,
You know it's good.
don't cover your drinks. You're fine.
No, you're good.
Oh, yeah, totally. It's a horrible wink. Should not have winked at that.
Question number 3. Favorite local musician? And this didn't necessarily
Leon
be
Bridges.
Fort Worth. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it
All
is
right,
Fort Worth.
cool.
Right?
That's,
Okay.
that's my
Well
boy.
done.
Shut up.
Hell yeah. Favorite podcast? Doesn't have to be local, just something that you maybe or maybe not listen to regularly. Do you listen to podcasts?
I do.
Okay.
It's going to be mine that's coming up soon.
Oh,
It's called
nice.
True Crime with E.
Yes,
Oh, hell
yes,
yeah.
that's
I
true.
didn't plug this, I promise.
No, it's good.
It
It's
sounds
good.
like you plugged
it a little bit. It's fine. We're looking forward to it.
We
Very excited
really
about it.
enjoy selfish plugs. I'm here
So
for it.
my girlfriend loves true crime like everybody else, but she's like really, really into it. So much so, she's got this person she follows on YouTube that does makeup and does true crime.
Yes,
at the same-
Bailey.
Yeah, she loves Bailey.
I love Bailey.
And then we listened to on our trip to Tennessee.
Serial?
We listened to the Serial
I
podcast.
love that
and all
podcast.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So can you give us a little tidbit, like what to expect whenever you start the podcast?
So it's kind of going to be like what we may do here when we get into what I do.
Okay.
So it's going to be about cases, whether it be local, big, small, national or not. And we're going to do readings after explaining kind of what the crime is
Yeah.
and the details. And then we're going to
Okay.
kind of see what goes down with the questions that viewers are going to send in.
Oh,
very nice.
Cool.
Yeah, so
That's
it
a nice
gets them
different
kind
spin.
of interactive with.
That's a real cool spin to it.
Yeah, I agree.
You've got a whole industry flooded with just true crime.
Oh my God,
You
this
got
could
to
be
stand out.
this could
gotta
be a
be
TV
different.
series.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
Do you remember the teenagers like back in the day, the mediums, and they would go and try to like train them to be the best psychics that they could? It was like this
Vaguely.
gay guy, this older gay guy, and a few other.
What was it called? What was?
No, it was. I think it was on History Channel.
I vaguely remember seeing something like that.
If it was on History Channel, I'm sure Tim watched
Yeah.
it for sure.
or
like, and but we're talking like back in like maybe like the early 2000s. Yeah. Yeah.
It had to be A&E because
I think it was
A&E was all about
yeah.
it. Yeah.
All right.
They would like take them to these haunted places and train them, and then they'd be.
Yes, I don't know what it was called, but it was kind of creepy, but it was very campy too. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna paint this is the last question, and I'm gonna paint the scene for you. So this is pre having Netflix. It's pre having like the TV guide. You're flipping through the limited channels, and you come across that one movie, and it doesn't matter where it's at in the movie. You're always gonna stop there, and you're gonna watch it. Which movie is that?
My cousin Vinny.
Oh, that's a good one. That's the first time someone said that.
You know what? I watched that for the first time 2 weeks ago in New Orleans. We were getting ready to go out to eat, and it came on, and I was very intrigued by it. It's a very
so
good
good.
movie.
I
So-
wish them a-
Vinny he's hilarious.
oh my God, Marissa Tomei is
Is
just.
that Marissa Tomei? Yeah.
Yeah.
My
She's a-
biological clock is ticking.
Oh my God! Like that woman has not aged.
That's a good one.
She's just perfect.
All right, so you did it. You made it through the Funky
Hooray!
Done. And we didn't have too many sidebar questions.
So what other like true crime podcasts do you listen to?
Just honestly, ones that cover cases that are cold cases.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter who it is.
oh, have I got something for you later?
Murder Sheet podcast. Is a
Not
good one.
like that, but we're gonna have to we'll have to talk about something off here later.
Okay.
It'll be worth. Just trust me, it'll be worth it.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
I
okay,
agree.
cool.
I just don't want to. I don't want to.
You guys can't know it.
Okay. I don't want to get into it because I don't want to hijack it. So
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Anyways, so here we are, and I listened to Jared's podcast with you on it, and what's happening?
Someone was being rude to me via text.
Oh,
I flipped him
gotcha.
off.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
All right, and so
Was it Jared?
have
Yours, whoever you are.
You have an interesting backstory, and honestly, we don't need to get like fully into it because you should listen to Jared's episode and,
Yeah.
and learn about it.
Yeah.
But you did discover that you are sensitive to spirits and things like that coming through, and you pick up on different energies, and somehow they talk to you, and you're able to communicate kind of what they're feeling.
Yes.
Okay. How long has that been going on?
Well, it's been going on for about 12 years, but I thought I was crazy. And I didn't like grow up in a very conservative household where they're like, demons, she needs to be exorcised,
Right.
But it was more of just, we don't know what to do with you, so sorry,
And we don't talk about that, so
Yeah.
good luck.
So
Okay.
sorry, figure it out. And so at one point I thought I was schizophrenic. I really did. I thought, oh my God, it's getting to the point where I can hear things. No one else is hearing these things. So I went to a psychiatrist and a therapist who diagnosed me with just a hyperactive pineal gland. That's it. And I'm not schizophrenic. And so she was also my therapist, and we were talking. And she was like, do a reading on me. She was trying to help me kind of cope with the fact that I have a gift. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that because
Yeah.
what if I find out something that I don't, or you don't want to hear? And it could like skew the therapy sessions. She's like, no, go ahead. Well, I predicted her death.
The shit?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I freaked out whenever I heard this. Like I freaked
so
out.
She was like, oh, and she was definitely like, a believer and was like, okay, if I die, I die. Well, she really did. And the last session that I had with her. Yeah.
Holy shit.
I showed up and they were like, freaky. Everybody was like looking at me like I was a demon.
Like,
right?
did you kill her?
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. But, some people, like, skeptics would think, like, well, that's just coincidental. But
And it could be.
the fact that it was, like, literally, like, the last session, that's kind of creepy.
I got
right?
really. I'm not gonna lie. Like whenever I was listening to Jared's, I was like, I was really freaking out.
And that's psychic. So I'm not really a psychic necessarily. I'm a medium that can just communicate. So the psychic stuff is kind of coming in here and there, and it's hard for me to understand it.
Yeah.
You know, because to me, I'm an accountant. So my logical brain is like, you know, possibility, chance, and all that stuff. But when it happens, and I knew it was going to happen, I'm like, what do I do with that? Because nobody told me. I just knew.
But how though? Like, how does that work?
Good question, because I'm still trying to figure that out.
So
I think there might be a different side to that.
So, like, I have this theory. I feel like everything is happening all at once.
Right.
And we're just in a different... I mean, it's all going the same direction at the same time, but we might just be over here, and eventually our path kind of crosses over there, but someone's already experienced that and is able... I think it's just all happening on this, like, one sheet of paper.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's my theory, at least.
Huh.
Lots of wormholes just crossing
Did you
each
make
other
that
all
up
the
yourself?
time.
No,
or-
I mean, I've thought about that for like a long time, and just like I feel like everything's just literally just one. Everything's moving at the same time, and we jump timelines.
You know, we all saw Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, I know. I feel like this isn't exactly your thing.
Please hurry up.
So like I remember like looking into like all this like the wormholes and stuff like that, and how time and travel and space and all that stuff. Whenever I was like probably like 8th grade, 9th grade, and just got really into that and just believing that. What was that? Interstellar.
Oh yeah.
Great
So
movie.
like I
Love
feel
that
like
movie.
that I in my mind that is real life. Like I feel like that's probably
I can see
actually and so like it makes me wonder if, you know, I think you mentioned on Jared's podcast was energy, we're energy, it leaves but it never goes away. And
Right.
so energy gets reabsorbed or reused or whatever. And so I feel like that's kind of how life is. And I totally believe that aspect of it. So when you die, I think your energy just transfers.
So what did you tell her exactly? Like what did you tell the therapist, right?
So she was asking me like, what do I see in
Yeah.
her? What can I pick up on? And I just felt like there was a constant pull to get her final stage of life together, get her wills together. Family members surrounding her were like, you are going to meet us soon. That's just the path that we're seeing. And so I would tell her this, and she would just kind of scoff at it because she was still working with me to understand it. And actually, the last 2 sessions before she passed, she was like, you know, I'm really starting to connect here, and I feel like almost a heavy burden because now I am believing this. I'm really feeling it, and not just what you're saying, but who you're talking about. I can feel them. I can see them. They're starting to show up in my dreams, and all that stuff. So right before she died, that's what happened. And then that day, that last session, she died.
How do you feel though, like telling somebody that? Like I feel like I would feel very uncomfortable if I felt a certain way. Like how did you feel?
Well, yeah, I was like, hey, I'm going to get some help for my mediumship ass, and let's do this. And then, bam, I tell her about this, and she dies. And I'm like, well, shit, where do I go now? And it kind of pulls you into this. You have a choice. You could either be depressed and start all over again, or you help people. And that's why I got into true crime, because I actually have a grandmother who was murdered in 1986 who had never got justice. And she was channeling at the very beginning of my mediumship. She was the one that was pushing me to help, because she knew that I could take it. You know, it's not an easy business to be in true crime. So
Right.
That's where I got it from, I think.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Man, that's really heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a heavy, like, I can't imagine. I mean, I've given death notices to people
Yeah.
in my line of work, but you know, the person's dead, and so I go tell the family, like, hey, I'm sorry, like, they died. But you don't normally say that to someone who's alive still. I mean, there's been occasions like, look, you're gonna die. Like, there's nothing that we can do. We're gonna take you to the hospital or whatever, but you like literally are on death's door, step. And that's difficult, but I can't imagine being like, oh, this person looks perfectly healthy, and we're gonna just, yeah, you're gonna die.
Yep.
It's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel
Their
like
whole like mindset, or you could see them going, okay, I have so much to do.
Yeah.
But they're still not understanding what I'm saying, or they don't believe it, right? Because you don't want your fucking life to end right there.
Yeah.
So,
Where'd you go from there? So that happened, and then what?
drank a lot,
Yeah.
smoked a lot, did a lot of stupid things. And then at the like lowest of low, I pulled myself out and said, there's more to life than this. You have something that not a lot of other people have, and some that do have it, exploit it. So do the right thing, help people, and kind of expose what it really can be. Because I think that there's a lot of fakes out there that exploit it, and it's wrong, So I want to do the right way, the right thing.
I hear you.
So I feel like I told you this when we were kind of texting back and forth, is that I do think that I am sensitive to certain things. Growing up, I had some pretty weird experiences where I lived that were just unexplainable.
Yeah.
And my mom witnessed them, but just kind of played it off. It was like, oh, it's nothing. I'm like, no. This is something like
dimes rolling, or like coins rolling, or like scratching. Tapping.
Yeah, scratching and tapping stuff. That's funny. That's weird. Okay, so whenever I was
Here we go.
Okay, so whenever I was probably like the scratching and tapping is a big thing. So whenever I was probably like 15, 16 years old, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm in the AOL chat rooms, in our computer room, and my niece was
Is that ASL question mark?
Yes.
Is that what you're doing?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Cyber what?
Yeah.
No, so I mean, probably. Anyways,
Definitely.
There's probably a 40-year-old dude on the other end. Whatever. So I'm sitting there in this house, and I hear this clicking noise. I mean, it just sounds like. I mean, it literally sounds like this thing just clicks. I'm like, what was that? And then you'd hear something move, and you hear a click again or whatever. So my niece was about 2, so old enough to be in a high chair. And she didn't live with us, but we had a high chair at the house. That goes on for maybe like 5 minutes, and then I hear this sudden crash, and this thing like slide across the ground. And I'm like, what the fuck was that? So I get up and I do the logical thing. I get some scissors, and I've got scissors in my hand. I go and wake up my mom, and I'm like, I don't know what this was, but I heard a loud crash. We need to go check it out. I go into the kitchen, and this high chair, the tray is now off of the high chair, and it's across the room, like literally like 10, 15 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But the clicking noise I heard was there was these red handles, and you could grab them and then just release them real quick, and they would, smack.
Mm-hmm.
It's the weirdest thing. So, I mean, and that was whenever I was, 15, 16 years old. But I mean, ever since I was like probably like 4 or 5, I have these memories of things either happened that didn't happen, but I believe that they did, or just like I remember having somebody like touch my shoulder in my closet while I was looking for a toy.
Tim, this isn't a Tim show.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. I don't know what you're doing over
So I'm just
here.
saying, like, all this weird. I'm telling the stories.
No, he's
all
sensitive to
this
energy.
weird stuff. And I just pick
Somebody
up on
shamed you out of it too, like a family member, specifically one person that was like, knock it off.
Probably my mom. Like, we didn't talk much about like
Scared her.
Yeah, I remember those touch lamps. Like you touch them and they turn on. I remember I'd come home from school and the lamp would be on, like, but no, it was at the house.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of stuff, very weird. And she'd just play it off. Oh, that's that's nothing. Things like that.
She would blame me for something, and then you'd be like, "No,
Yeah,
I didn't." And she's like, "Oh shit, no, I have to recognize this ghost shit."
100%.
She just let it go.
So she always thought. So the house that I grew up in, her best friend's mom passed away in it, and we bought it from them. And so she just always thought it was her. Like
The
she would
aunt?
just like she
Your
would.
aunt?
Well, so my mom's best friend, her mother. She would just think that So they were real close, but she always just like, oh, that's just June.
I was going to say Julie. Shit, I was just about to say Julie, but June, that sounds right.
So it was just weird. Just weird stuff.
Wow. Yeah, I think you're right.
I think I'm just sensitive to energy. I don't hear things, but it's just like things
you
just
feel
happen.
It.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're sensitive to energy, not necessarily seeing what it is or breaking it down. You just feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is this house that we're in? Is there spirits in this house that are always here?
Is it the one that we're in right now?
Yeah, this house that we're in right now.
Absolutely, and there's multiple.
Oh God!
What the fuck?
Yeah, multiple.
Okay, now
do you hear things when you're doing the podcast in here, like back here?
I will say Google has randomly done stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's
or technical issues and stuff.
Yeah,
we have technical glitches quite regularly.
Yeah, I mean, and that's normal. You could just pass that off as
right.
Everybody could have them, but
yeah,
you've got 2 or 3 here. Yeah.
Well, yeah, no. Like in the past, my girlfriend's like said stuff, and she tells me that there's like somebody either in the backyard or someone over here, and these are times where I've been like not in the city, so I always like push it away, like just stop, just don't worry about it, just whatever, just go to sleep or something. But I worry too. I mean, I am very paranoid when it comes to just. You're right. I hear stuff like here and there, but it's not really.
Like it's kind of.
I freak out. I do freak out. I'm not gonna lie. I do freak out sometimes.
And it's a feeling, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So I am getting somebody that was murdered probably about 2 miles away, or a mile away, back in the 90s maybe.
I'm trying to think of this area. So actually, well,
was it bad into drugs around here, like at the time in the 90s?
I'm not sure. Well, because my dad moved here to this neighborhood like early, like maybe 07 or 08.
Okay.
And I know the house in front of me before was full of like drug deal, like.
Yeah, it's somebody that kind of nearby, and there was somebody that was living here that they knew, and they never left after the people who moved out of here left. So.
I do know, like, I don't know about like that kind of, but that was it, that barn looking thing that's over on what is it, not White Sullivan Road, River Oaks Boulevard. That's like right by there's like a little farm or whatever. They had some animals and stuff at one point. There's 2 brothers that crashed a Corvette on.
Over there on the
just like right down the road.
Yeah.
That lived just right over here. Yeah.
Oh, the Herreras.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
And then you had the Tejano bar that was over in the bottom or whatever. They used to have a bunch of shootings and stuff.
That's what I was going to say, a shooting, like a bar shooting or a bar fight.
They used to have a bunch of random shit that would happen over there.
But there's a child. Now there is a child one. Baby, almost like 1 or 2.
Well, she'll say like, I hear kids and there's. I'm like, they're like, my sister's next door and she stays like, she doesn't.
It's like a baby boy, like a 1 or 2 year old little boy.
Like I always like, I'm like, she's like, she's like, I thought it was like your sister or something.
And I want to say medical just died. Things happen. Maybe like meningitis or something back in the day. But yeah, you might hear little pitter patters, little like screams here and there, but like playful ones, like they're playing.
That's what she said. That's what she said, that she's like, so I thought your sister was playing in the backyard or something. Yeah. And I was like, no, she's first of all, she's like 15 and she stays in her room or swims. She doesn't do anything. And just no worry about that. But she's told me in the past, like. But
there's no connection here to like anyone living here.
No.
It's just kind of random.
Yeah.
Now you.
We're good. I think we're good here.
You have a family member that is attached to you, and I never want to overstep boundaries or anything, but it's someone who was in your family that had a criminal background, who that's how they passed over, and they're connected to you because they kind of see themselves in you physically.
What do you mean physically?
Like, You look like them a little bit.
Inside you.
Yeah, all up in it. But no, like they see a lot of themselves in you currently and what they wish they would have been.
And they passed?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Absolutely passed. And it could be, I want to say on your mom's side.
Yeah.
Because I'm seeing your mom. I don't even know what she looks like, but I'm just seeing a mom figure.
She's not a criminal.
No. Sweet lady, I'm sure.
She's a sweet lady.
But maybe like a brother or cousin or something that maybe kind of rocked the family dynamic for a while with the criminal activity.
Yeah, I mean there's that, but no one that had passed.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of anybody. But I mean, the family's vast.
They attached to you when you were young. So this happened when you were a little, like maybe five or six.
Got it. Then yeah, that probably was a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, your mom's side of the family, she said that is crazy.
Whoa, hey,
that's what she said. She's told me that.
That is the first thing I thought about, though. I was like, it has to be his mom's side.
Kind of close to something.
At least.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't think of who, but I mean, whenever I was younger, that's when we would hang out with a lot of that side of the family. So I mean, it definitely could be true.
But this was like criminal, like not normal. This was something kind of oddball. That was kind of made the family scoff a little bit, like, oh my God, you know.
Right.
But it was just tragic. It wasn't anything they could have prevented.
Horse thievery.
Yeah. Probably something stupid like that. Yeah, that would make sense.
I mean, it happens.
Yeah. We're in Texas.
On the group chat, it says y'all have never been this quiet. Yeah, we never have. This is
it's
no one's freaking out. No one's freaking out.
And then my girlfriend says I've heard all kinds of things when I'm there alone, which she's told me in the past.
Oh, and she said the kids.
Yeah, she's heard kids before.
Yeah,
and that's and according to the reminders, I am a great man and an even better friend. But no, this it's but no, seriously, it's crazy. It's weird that like she's heard that whenever she's here alone in the house, because like even at her house too, she says no, this place, like there's her house where she lives is like over 100 years old, and she's like, there's something here, there's something going on.
It's like, so what's interesting is like whenever I go to my parents' house now, I don't pick up on anything. But I had this weird, so anytime something happened or was going to happen, I would get this like high pitched sound, like it was like almost like a ringing in just my right ear, and it would just go off, and I'm like, and then I'd get chills down my spine, and I'm like, there's something happening. Yep. Mm-hmm. And every single time that something would happen, I would have this high pitched ringing. It's the weirdest thing.
I have the same thing. A lot of mediums do. It's kind of like when energy gets kind of too close, too hard, too fast, and your ears physically can't take it. Your brain can't process that. So you hear this big ring, and then usually either something kind of crazy follows right after that or soon after that.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I don't like, it's weird. I don't get that energy feeling. I don't feel weird anymore at my parents' house. I mean, I'm telling you, we had so many weird experiences there. My brother experienced our video camera just turned on one night while we were sitting there watching Top Gun. Like literally, the door popped open to put the videotape in, and the light turned on, and we're just like, "What the fuck?"
Was there a porch light incident? Thought it was broke. I think mom was mad at you or your sibling. And it was a big ordeal, and nobody to this day understands what happened.
Man,
by the steps, by the cement steps in the back.
I'm trying to think.
Or in the garage.
So we didn't have a garage. I'm trying to think of like.
Maybe it was the light outside of the garage.
So I got. They thought I shot a light out with a pellet gun.
There it is.
Whenever I was,
and you were like, no.
I didn't. No. Yeah, they thought I shot it out. Yeah.
But you would have shot it out.
No, I was
right?
okay. No, I didn't. No. I didn't. The only thing I shot at was the transformer.
Oh my God!
The transformer in my backyard.
Yeah, that's a lot better. Yeah.
Go big or go home.
I shot at that, but I never shot at that at the light. It was actually my grandma's house,
That's what I was going to say, was telling me this.
Because she did have a garage. She had like one of these old like lights or whatever, and they thought it broke and it never turned on ever. Like we never got to work again.
They were really mad at you.
Yeah.
You were like, well, look, I didn't do it.
I also nearly rode out into the street around that age. Yeah. That's weird.
Yeah. And it's weird how energy comes through and what they want to talk about. Some days it's like,
well, like I'm curious, like who is like talking though? That's what
to me, like when things come through.
Yeah.
It just depends. Sometimes they can tell you, sometimes they don't want to tell you, but over time you kind of pick up on that, and you have to ask questions.
Right.
You got to figure it out. It's like a big old chess game.
So you talk to them.
Do you see why I went and got a brain scan?
Yeah.
For the old
I get
dome
it.
piece? Because I didn't know.
I mean, I hallucinated one time from medication. Like I took some medicine. I thought a witch was laughing.
What the hell?
You had your own personal Jesus, huh?
No, it was weird. So it was nausea medication. Some stuff called, I think it was called Visceral or something like that. They use it for anxiety too and stuff. But they gave it to me for nausea because they couldn't give me something else with the medicine I was taking. Anyways, I took one. Cool. Made me real sleepy. The next day I took another one because I was feeling nauseous, and I was laying in bed, and I swear it sounded like like your fucking witch's laugh that you do. That was like outside my head, and I was like, oh God, this is weird.
What the hell? But
so I stopped taking the medicine. It's fine. So, and it causes hallucinations. But I can't imagine like. So are you hearing them outside, or do you hear things like internally, like the internal monologue?
So it's internally in my head, and it's like going to a concert, and you hear everybody mumbling, right?
Yeah.
And then somebody will go, "Hey, da 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 da," and you'll also see things, and it just kind of hits, and then I'll go, whatever it is, I'll just say it out loud, or ask it to clarify, and it will. So it sounds like you're in a concert, and you're having to weed through all of the noise to hear what they're saying. And I've gotten really good at clearing it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you like mentally kind of like inside your head having these conversations, or is it something you verbalize?
Both.
Yeah.
So at first it was had to put headphones on and really get in there, and it took like 30, 40 minutes for a few things. Now it's like nothing. It's like a muscle. You got to work
I imagine
it out.
it's like Stranger Things, where they put them in the deprivation chamber to like.
Shit. Have you ever done that before?
No.
I can only imagine.
I kind of want to.
I think I would probably decease and die.
So you don't want to do like one of those
overload.
like float deprivation chambers? I kind of want to do one. We should go. We should go do that someday. They have that float thing over here in River Oaks.
Yeah, next to the Jack Shack. No, okay, so going back, like whenever you started feeling this, when you were talking to your family, what were their reactions whenever you were telling them, like, hey, look, this is what's going on?
My mom is very supportive because she's kind of the same. But she doesn't like all of this, tarot cards and EVP boxes. She's old school. She's like, I trust my intuition. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't really give a shit. Like, I'm not going to sit here and devote my whole entire life to this.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm pretty sure it scares her about my grandmother being murdered that she doesn't want to know.
Yeah.
Because she knows that I know things that I shouldn't know. And I think it scares her. But everyone else is just kind of like, you didn't say that, blinders are on, because it's hard. It's scary.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
It scares people. And it really is nothing to be scared of. Really. Everybody has the ability to do it, but that doesn't mean they should, right? Because they're not mentally capable or strong enough emotionally to handle it. So,
what's your thoughts on Ouija boards?
Garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. The rods, garbage. I actually don't need cards, but they're so pretty. And they
Oh, is that what you brought, tarot cards?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
wow.
just love them, first of all. And second of all, it kind of does help piece together. If I can't clarify something, they'll let me know.
Yeah.
Because there are barriers. Like if a spirit is kind of mentally handicapped or whatever it may be. It kind of helps me clarify with my guides to figure out what they're saying. Yeah.
So how do tarot cards work? Because I've seen only on TV and stuff or like Miss Cleo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought tarot cards were essentially just like trying to tell someone's future, right? But you're actually like speaking to somebody through the cards. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. So I actually connect before I do any readings. I connect with a guide or energy that directs the reading. It's already connected. That we're like soul sisters of the cards, and they use me and I use them to communicate for whoever's asking a question, whether it be me or whoever.
Is this every time that you do a reading, you're connecting with someone different? It's like what's present, or
I'm connecting with usually the same energy source. So like I have, for instance, I have 7 different decks. This one's more logical. This one's going to give me what I need. This one's more emotional. This one right here that I have.
Wow.
There's another one that is more divine energy that tells me absolute truths. There's other ones that dive into darker things. Like if I'm feeling a dark energy, I'm like, this might be a murderer or someone who's harmed children or whatever.
Tim. Oh, sorry. She's talking about the spirits.
I have not murdered anyone. Not harmed any children either.
So real quick on the group chat, can she do a reading for someone who isn't present? Is that
it's harder, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yep.
Because I feel like you'd need to be with the person close to get a feel of like their energy, right?
But no, I have done them very well without them being there.
Yeah.
It's just harder. Like I need to know what you're feeling, because sometimes people will lie and say, well, I want to know this. Mm-hmm. And they're not willing to kind of pour out what really was going on in the background of this situation. It could be really dark and deep and shameful.
Right. And let's see, another comment on the group chat. My grandma's house is haunted. Toys used to go off at once, and it called me once. I thought it was my grandma, but she said she didn't call me, so she got the house blessed.
Wow.
Yeah,
so.
It happens sometimes.
Interesting.
I know, like
poltergeist energy is it hits different, y'all.
I do know. Whenever growing up, when I moved here to River Oaks, the house we lived in, somebody like the guy murdered his wife at our house where we lived.
The previous house?
Yeah, well, the one where my mom's at.
Yeah. Okay.
But for the longest time, my brothers and sister like have felt things in there, and they know. Like they're like, no, there's spirits and ghosts here. Like we know what's going on.
The whole poltergeist thing, I'm always curious about that, because the thought is, you grow up in the horror movies, like poltergeist is they're evil spirits or whatever, but I don't know. I mean, are they like just more of just like they have the energy to actually do things? Is that all it is, or is it?
Yeah, they have. Usually it's like older energy that's been around that can manipulate things. So even people on this earth can manipulate things. If you've ever noticed being around somebody and like lights will flicker from time to time, or it's like, oh, damn it, Jared, you're always doing, every time we're around you, something weird happens. Yeah, that's because their energy's that way. Like there's something to them. Like past life transgression, where they have done something or have learned something or acquired a gift. Yeah.
The past life stuff always. I believe in that too. I think we all had some sort of past.
Well, you can't really die.
Yeah.
True. Like
where else are you gonna go? Right. You're living multiple lives.
Like Tamiflu's told me, she's like, your birthmarks are like signs of how you died in your previous life. You know.
It could be just your skin.
Maybe.
Your skin cells clustering right there.
So it's the port wine stains or whatever is supposed to be like you had a traumatic death or whatever. So I didn't know I had this birthmark, but I've got a giant port wine stain in the back of my head. Didn't know that until I shaved my head one time.
Wow.
It didn't go well with the clan early, did it?
Yeah, probably not.
No. So what do you think about like for example, like numbers for me? Like every time I'll look at a clock, sometimes it's always at 11:34. And like every time it's 11:34, I always look at 11:34, and it's just. Is there anything?
There is significance. Yeah. So numerology is one of my favorite things, and astrology too, but not those stupid ass horoscopes. Please, you don't read those. Put them in the garbage.
You hear that, Jordan? Put them in the garbage.
Put them down. But no, numerology is important. Time is, a construct that we make. It's not actually real.
Yeah, we're the only beings that, animals and nature don't. We're the only beings in the universe that respect
But there was
time.
something that happened during either your life now or before where 11:34 was very significant, maybe a traumatic thing happened. How some people will look at the clock
Yes.
after something traumatic to remember, because you kick into overdrive. It's amazing what dopamine does and endorphins do. But something happened there. I bet you if you thought about it, it would.
It's and it's crazy how I always just look at it. I'll look at it and it's always at that time. I hope I'm not suppressed. I know I've suppressed a lot of things growing up, but it's just
it's hard to think back because of
I want to say little boy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Little boy, there were some things like multiple layers.
Yeah. Oh no, 100%.
Yeah, and I hate to say that to everybody, but yeah, that's how.
I really don't talk about my past a lot, but that's absolutely true.
But you did have somebody that saved you from the trenches. Is it a female?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts on reincarnation?
Yeah, all the time. What did I say on the podcast the other day? I was like, this could be somebody's butthole that we're drinking out of, like recycled buttholes.
That's my favorite.
It's the greatest, right? Yeah, always. We will never stop.
I wonder if there's like a rhyme or reason to like what you become in the afterlife. If were you a terrible person and now you're a sphincter,
a butthole juice,
drink. Another comment on the group chat. I always wondered about the animal insect symbolism, like cardinals and butterflies. Butterflies were everywhere when my brother passed, so they mean a lot to me now.
Yeah. So energy will manifest into things for you, not because they like butterflies. That's for you.
Right.
I remember cardinals being one of my friends. I went to TVCC in Athens, Texas, and they're the Cardinals. And when the guy passed away, my friend, we went to school together, and I was like, remembering those Cardinals. Mm-hmm. Here's these little group of Cardinals coming in, and they're so proud and boisterous and big-chested. Like, Cardinals are just so in your face and beautiful. And a few of them came by, and I was like, thank you. Appreciate that, because he could care less about that.
Right. I'll be honest, I'm pretty cynical when it comes to a lot of this stuff, right? But the cardinal thing was definitely something that sticks with me from like growing up and my grandparents and stuff like that. That's one thing that I do think about a lot anytime I see a cardinal, for sure.
Interesting I brought that up, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think your family is... I see some symbolism in your grandparents, maybe. A lot of symbolism, a lot of collector's items and things that they keep. Maybe they should throw away, but they keep holding on and holding on and holding on. And it's going to be your burden one day. And it kind of,
Oh, yeah.
Makes you wonder, like, okay, we got to do something. But that's, I think, something that... Did you grow up with your grandparents?
I was pretty close to my grandparents.
Yeah. Stayed over there a lot and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like I see that they were your parents sometimes, right?
Sometimes. Yeah. I mean, I was real close with my mom, but yeah. I mean, I would go out to the farm and stay out there with them every now and then for sure.
That is so important for our little boy to have grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
So important. Not everybody gets them.
Yeah,
so,
true that.
At least you had that.
So tell us about the tarot cards, because again, I'm really interested in this, and I have no idea. I have no idea where even to start.
Well, I do have a ghost app that I don't have to have, but I like to have it for people to hear what I'm hearing sometimes. And so what I do is I make sure that my spirit guides tell it what to say if there's something of importance, that I'm connecting with. And these cards are just kind of symbolism.
Okay.
So you, mister, are like the rooster of the hen house here. He got the judgment card, which is he's a little snooty from time to time. Need to get down on the get back from the clouds.
I could be like that sometimes.
Oh yeah.
I could be a little snooty sometimes.
We know.
Judgy.
Yeah,
we know.
It happens.
Very judgy.
Yep.
Extremely judgy.
I wouldn't say extremely judgy.
Now these are very vague, and I don't like. I'm
right.
not
I wouldn't
saying
say
that this is all
judgy,
of you.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah.
Whoa. Oh Wow.
Well, fuck you too.
Yeah. That was more directed at him, not
He
you.
was definitely directed towards me.
Directed at the card as well. Thank you, whoever came through on that one.
No, I just wanted to be involved in that, just to say that.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's all good.
And then you have the Three of Cups. So family unit. You got a family unit. That's important.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Important. And you just like to start new things. Probably don't finish them. You just like to start shit.
Yep, that sure is Tim. I mean,
Yeah.
Chad. That's absolutely Chad.
You
Yeah.
just start things, and it's your passion. And then when you're tired of it, psh,
I do that literally all the guys.
Remember that sourdough
Yeah.
starter that you had during COVID?
Yeah, I made some good sourdough for a little bit,
That was good, sourdough.
but then
And then
I
brewing
stopped.
beer, and
Yeah,
then
we brewed beer for a long time, and,
and
we just
then
stopped.
and then what
I mean,
else?
sometimes life happens too,
Yeah.
but you do start stuff.
I start a lot of
Growing
things.
veggies.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, that's twice.
Oh.
That's twice now. I've gotten shocked by my microphone.
Nice.
I got something coming through. Horses or donkeys for you there.
I mean, no. I mean, growing up in Mexico, I used to ride donkeys a lot. You know, when I was a kid. But
Did you breed them?
no.
See a lot of people, like a group of people surrounding it, and it's really awkward and weird.
Is this when you were in Tijuana?
What the fuck, man?
Tijuana.
No, man. Jesus.
Coming in through
Do
the
you
chat.
have something to say?
No.
Coming through the chat, we have Corks and Cowtown saying donkey shows.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. What's going
That's
on with
it?
the donkey show?
No, whenever I used to be in Mexico on my great grandparents' farm, we used to ride donkeys all into town.
Ride them, huh?
And hey,
Seriously, what the hell, dude?
I don't know. Maybe I'm blocking that out. I don't know.
Oh my god!
On the group chat, he is hung.
Wow. I was just messing with
No,
you.
I was like Jesus
I was
Christ.
just messing with you.
we Chad and I had a little plan, and we had to. God damn it!
Is
Bro,
it
what
really
is it?
shocking you?
Yeah, I'm getting shocked every time I put my face to it.
That's weird.
My bad.
That's never happened though.
No.
That's never happened before.
No, that's very.
That's never
weird.
fucking happened.
Literally, every time my lip gets close to the mic and I touch it, it shocks me.
Maybe your lips are just extra moist today.
No,
Moist.
They don't.
What
look
if I
that
lick
moist.
my
I'm gonna
Mine ain't
stay back
shocking
from
me.
for the mic? Yeah,
man? Yeah, that's interesting. That's very interesting.
It's just symbolism.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
just helps the medium or whatever, whoever.
So it
kinda
tells you
dictate
more
things.
about the person that you're talking to, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
or helps explain it a little bit better.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's energy coming through me and these cards to help the person who needs help or
Yeah.
has a question.
So coming from the chat room, Christy is saying that it's your energy that's causing the microphone to shock the shit out of me.
More than
It
likely.
happens.
Seems
So,
like.
so tell us about this thing that helps you with the sounds that you.
So
what
you
is
have,
it?
you have an app on your phone.
yeah.
Yeah.
You want me to turn it on?
Yeah.
All right.
I've got it. I got it up here. So
All right. Let's do this. Well, I don't know if I want to do this.
you know.
So there's a dashboard on here that can do all sorts of things like
Okay.
Luscoscope and like where you see the figures walking around. You can
Yeah.
There's a lot of different things.
Yeah, those
but
are creepy.
Yeah.
All
Let's do
on
EVP.
your phone app?
Yeah. So there's a magnometer in every phone that can pick up energy around it, which is electromagnetic fields.
Mm-hmm.
I turned mine way down, so it's very hard to get it. I have to force it to capture it. So if there's something that's coming through, you're going to see me sweat a little bit. So if you hear something, that means it needs to be heard.
That's interesting. So you've done like actual like traditional EVP sessions and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever you when you're in the moment doing it, are you hearing
Robert.
the fuck it said Robert?
Yeah.
I don't know what that was about.
Good Lord. So that happens to be his actual real name is Robert.
Hey-yo.
Oh, hey.
That's fucking weird.
That scared the shit out of me. That really scared the shit out
Should I
of me.
turn it down?
No,
No,
keep it like that.
no, that gave me chills.
So it
man.
actually...
It just said Robert.
Brady.
What?
Grady, but I think it meant what's his name?
Maybe gravy because Chad loves gravy.
No, it is Grady. Nope, it
Yeah?
is Grady.
Chat. I'm making gravy. What
Man,
you thinking about?
No.
No, it's one of his family members, like uncle's friends. It was Everybody's all collecting around you right now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I
we
love
are.
You. Here's me, and here's me, and here's this person.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
I don't
Because
know these goddamn
Chad
people.
likes to be the center of attention.
I am going to go to I'm not going to go to Tamiflu's house after we're done tonight.
Are you?
I'm going
You're
to.
getting the fuck out of here?
Yeah.
No shit.
it's-
What the fuck? I don't think I could sleep here if I were
No,
you.
man, it's fine. You're fine. It's fine.
No, don't be scared.
Oh, no. I was like,
There's
yeah.
not a single evil thing in this house.
You should get the fuck out. Is what you
God.
do. No,
Thank
it's
Jesus.
not that. Man, that's young gravy. It's young gravy. Yeah, you into young gravy? All right. So whenever you listen to like the EVPs, you hear what they say before like going back and listening,
Sometimes.
or you go back and listen to it and you get those.
No, I mean, there's sometimes I misrepresent something or I misunderstand it because they're not always good at like memas. I love grandma energy all day long. Please send them my way. But there's some times where they're literally too old school to explain to me and my brain
Right.
what the fuck they're talking about. Yeah. But I love it when they smell like Chanel No. 5. Man, there's nothing better. And butterscotch, like,
Yeah, what's
Oh.
up? What's
All
up with
day.
the smells? Like the random smells.
yeah.
Like that's bizarre. Like, you know, you hear like, oh, at this hotel or whatever, you might smell cigar smoke, but like legit, like I've smelt like things, and I'm like, you wearing? Is there perfume? Like, like is that just like where does that come from?
It's so weird because, you know, like wormholes.
Yeah,
They can literally send something to you from a different time or time that has passed to give it to you. So when you randomly smell a smell that shouldn't be there, first of all, and it's very specific to you, there's a reason. Something is around. Yeah. Always investigate and see first, so you're not crazy. Because
Yeah, always
sometimes it
go
can be
look first.
explained.
like, oh, it's that candle. No,
So how often do you do readings for people? Like, do you ever do readings for like
Anybody, really.
Yeah.
Especially, but I like to do readings when people are suffering. When they really need help and they really have nowhere else to go. And these are usually the people that are the biggest skeptics ever
yeah.
that come
Cheat.
to me.
sheet.
Yeah.
That's
It's a specific for me. Sometimes they come through and it grabs it, but it's talking to me. Like my spirit guides.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Sorry, it's not all about y'all, okay? It's about me too.
It should be. We're the Funky Panther.
Like which one of us is wearing sheets? What's happening?
Tim.
Oh my god.
Tim.
It's said sheet.
Wear them white sheets over your head, buddy.
No sir.
Some family trauma history.
sir.
Oh.
I don't know. Y'all are. Is your family from Texas?
My family's. I mean, yeah, kind of. Tennessee settlers came across on my dad's side. Mom's side, they came over on the boat from Norway.
Same.
So
I think this is all. You know, it's it is hard to like understand and take. You know, especially for a lot of people that aren't really accustomed to like again, like whenever you were talking about your therapist, and she was wanting it to be read. I mean, I'm sure at first she was like not getting a grip of like understanding, like, oh well, what's this? What's happening here? What's going on? And you know, like you were saying, further down the road, she's like, well, now I'm grappling with this, and it's I'm starting to feel, I'm getting these dreams now, and it's just crazy. Not crazy. It's not crazy. It's like
Bizarre.
It's
when my grandmother was, whenever she was getting close to passing away, she would start just talking to like there'd be nobody in the room that we didn't see or whatever, but she'd be talking to somebody, and then my mom would come inside the room or whatever, or my dad would, or I would, and she would ask where so and so went. And we're like, who? And these are people that like my dad didn't know, like recognize the name or whatever, and just all these random. She would just say all these random names, and then she started calling me by my uncle's name that had died in the 50s. And just various things like that. And then she slipped away into a coma and then passed away. But it was bizarre. Like, I always thought, like, these people are coming to visit. Mm-hmm. And that's who she's talking to, people that she probably, like, either went to school with or worked with or, things like that. But I have no idea. Like, she wasn't lucid enough to like tell me like what she was seeing. She just was asking where so and so went, and that was as far as it would go.
Right.
Yeah. So when she was seeing your uncle, right, your uncle coming through, he was using your energy to be like, "Ayo, I'm here. Let's come on, let's go, Meemaw," or whatever her name was. I'm sorry.
I call her Grandma. Yeah. She's just Grandma. I mean, that wouldn't surprise me. Like, yeah, it wouldn't. I mean, that wouldn't surprise me. I mean, but like, we know energy's recycled, or that, at least that's what we believe in, right? And then, but where is it? Like, where do they go? That's what I'm trying to like figure out. Is like, where do these people go? They end up being recycled, but like they're coming through and talking to us. And
China.
They go to
Casey.
China?
No, that's Casey being a smart ass.
China. It just said China.
Casey's being.
All right, dude. China.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Okay.
What are y'all talking about?
Jared's got a friend, Casey, that they were.
Casey. Yeah.
So me and Jared were friends at one time in China in the dynasty. Ming Dynasty. We were buddies, old pals, and he's got a friend that passed away in 2011. His name is Casey, and he was making a joke.
I just think it's funny that I
for
asked
me
where
and
they.
Jared.
But then it's also ironic that I asked where they go, and he fucking says China
immediately. What the shit?
Casey's something else, y'all. Frat boy ghosts love me. Let me tell you something. I think I was one at one time. For some reason, these random like frat boy ghosts will come in and wreck my life, like ruin my technology, ruin friendship sometimes.
It's like they're just having ragers all the time.
Yeah, I got actually famous on TikTok for that.
No
for
shit.
my frat boy ghost Kyle. Mm-hmm.
Fucking Kyle.
Fucking Kyle.
Of course it's fucking
I know I did the what the fuck is up, Kyle?
What the fuck is up, Kyle?
So is Kyle always around you kind of thing, or comes through, or has he since left, or?
He came in to save my life. Seriously. I was in like depression mode, drinking all the time. I was at the lowest of low, and he pulled me out of it. And then once he pulled me out of it and showed me, like, this is what you need to be doing. Like, get back on track, girl. He left. But he's always, like, lingering. But he can't linger too long because he'll literally destroy all of my technology. So I told him to fuck off.
Yeah, like what you were talking about with the Keurig, the episode before, and how it wasn't working. And then your wife at the time was so, like, you know, just, where'd you get coffee? It's like, oh, the Keurig. My mom. Yeah. But I think what aside from the predicting, I don't want to say predicting, but predicting your therapist's death, what's the other craziest, you know, kind of reading that you've experienced? Or
God, there's so many. But okay, so the one that blew me away was not only Kyle's, but there was a little boy that kind of mimicked my little boy. I have a 4-year-old, and he would play with his toys, turn on the toys, and he just wanted to be like my little kid, but he wouldn't progress in the same age.
We just stay in that age.
So then the hauntings began in the
Explain.
I'm about to.
Explain.
Yeah. Okay.
Holy shit.
We're getting there.
One moment, little one. The closet thing. It would be, so my little boy would be like, okay, I'm going to California. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. And he would have a bag packed. And he was like, no, I'm going on a plane to California. And he was dragging it. And I was like, who are you going to go see? What do you know? And he would go, I'm going to see my friend, Brian. He looks like me, but he has no eyes. We've got to go to California.
Man.
So he was from California.
Jesus.
And he was mad that he wasn't, I guess, manifesting like my little one. So I guess the solution was to go to California, where he was from. Maybe that would help. But my kid was dead ass set going to California
Holy
somehow
shit.
with a bag packed, and it scared me.
It's so weird. Like, so how long ago did that happen?
8 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
And does your kid talk about it now still, or it's just kind of it was
No, because I had to expel that shit really quickly.
Okay.
Like I had to get rid of it, and I feel bad about it because he tries to come through still. But no, after that, nothing.
Do you think that your child's gonna have like that memory at some point? Like it's gonna be like, I remember I had this friend. Whatever happened to him?
Yep. Don't we all though?
Yeah. Is there something that could be said with like they say imaginary friends? You know, is that like kind of like a link to like beyond, or is it something that's?
So some people don't have voices in their head.
Yeah.
That blew my mind.
Yes, the internal monologue versus they just see abstract and.
I thought everybody did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, they don't. So that makes me go, okay, I can't not know what that is. So maybe that means that they just don't have, that guide, right? Guiding them along.
Do you hear your own voice in your head, Javier?
I mean, internally.
Yeah, like if you're sitting there thinking, and whenever you think, are you
Yeah.
actually hearing your voice? Like
I hear my voice. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
same. Yeah.
I was going to say something and it didn't catch it. Do you?
Oh yeah. I hear myself in my head.
Like I can't imagine not.
I haven't met anyone. I know that that's a thing, and I saw like the statistics and stuff, but I have not met anyone that is otherwise.
I met somebody at work.
Did you?
Yes, and they were just like
Nose.
nose. Okay. I met somebody at work that we were having this discussion, and they were like, "No, I don't," because I popped up. I was working with them at the time, and it popped up on like TikTok or something, and I'm like, "Hey, I just saw this. Do you hear your own voice whenever you're trying to think?" And he's like, "What?" And they were blown away that I hear my own voice whenever I'm thinking. I'm like, that's just normal.
I mean, it's not like I think about Ricardo Montalban as my internal voice. You know.
No matter how hard I try to change the voice, it's always the same.
On the group chat, I apparently had an imaginary friend who freaked my whole family out. I don't remember her, though. Christy on the chat.
Succeed.
Succeed.
At first, I thought it said sexy, but
I thought it did too.
Christy had a sexy imaginary friend
No, so
growing
you know
up.
how
Succeed.
I was supposed to explain.
Oh yeah.
The little boy said, "Good job.
Yeah.
You're right."
Well done.
So whenever I'm looking at this and seeing the waveform, is whenever it spikes like that, it's something that's wanting to come through, but you've got it turned down enough to where it might not be just strong enough to just
Grab it.
Okay.
Yep. And so I can feel it pulling, and sometimes I literally am sweating during these readings. But yeah.
So
it does.
I'm curious. What or who or how many were around me growing up is what I want to know. Because I feel like I felt multiple, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. So did y'all have a lot of natural light in your house? Like one of those windows on the ceilings?
Not on the ceiling, but we had a big bay window.
Okay. Like a lot of light coming in,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm. June.
Had a large family, whether it be 2 generations back. And she also had a lot of like infant deaths in her, maybe one of her.
It's like I don't know much about her family.
Yeah, but that was a lot of her energy. She
Okay.
had a big energy.
So
Huge energy.
what I know about her is that she liked to play jokes and was just always kind of like the life of the party.
Yeah.
Um,
Class clown. I bet you if you look at her yearbook, you'll see class clown because she showed me her picture and there's little words underneath it that says class clown. And that's very rare for a woman to have that. Because
Yeah.
I'm seeing it's in black and white.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, so I mean, what I know about her is that she was just always like to play practical jokes. Her daughter did as well.
Winnie.
Winnie. I don't know anything about Winnie.
Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, that's weird. That's
There's
actually
probably something she.
no. That's actually really. Oh, that's fucking creepy. So the story that I know based off of that is that she, whenever I was a baby, she got me this, like, it wasn't necessarily a Winnie the Pooh doll, but it was like a little bear, right? And she held me and that kind of stuff, saying and yeah.
So she's kind of giving you the hint that was me.
That's really weird.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
Yeah.
That's fucking really weird.
Yeah. She is a practical jokester. She is.
So but
sentimental.
Yeah. That's.
Yeah. She was there for people.
Also had a what's it called? Like a piggy bank, but it was also a bear as well.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened to that thing. I think it broke. I think it fell off of something and broke one time.
Did y'all have shelves that were on the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah, it broke. She's telling me.
Yeah.
Sorry. She says sorry.
My mom had these little not figurines, but like these little ceramic stuff too. And they just randomly broke. My mom thought it was me breaking them, and they would just fall off the shelf and break.
Yeah, you got blamed a lot for things that you didn't do.
Yeah.
Yep.
That sounds about right. I was a good kid.
Well,
the light one was really bad, though. I think it really hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
Because you were like, I sincerely didn't do it this time.
I don't remember.
The Transformer? Okay. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Of course.
Yeah. That's weird. So it sounds like just her was around. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Glad it was just her, not something else trying to fuck with me.
No. But she had other energies with her. That's just how she was. Probably in real life.
Yeah, so when she passed away, she didn't show up to work, and she was always, apparently, she was one that showed up. She went to work, never really had sick days, just always came to work. And she didn't show up on Monday, and then Tuesday, I think a coworker came by and knocked on the door, and she didn't answer, and by Wednesday, they called the police and found her dead. Reynaldo.
What are you looking at me for?
What do you think?
I don't know any Reynaldos.
That sounds about right. It said Reynaldo, but the only Reynaldo I'm accustomed to is Cristiano Ronaldo from Manchester United.
You're a fan, right?
Yeah, but that's soccer. Yeah,
maybe
I'll see who said that on about that.
Yeah,
maybe it was just somebody who's like knows that you like soccer or whatever.
So, does your wife know that?
Oh, I have no wife. I mean,
or a
nothing.
Girlfriend? He didn't. Either.
No, I have a brother named Ronaldo, but not Reynaldo. It's Ronaldo.
It does mess up though.
Yeah?
Like it can't get it perfect.
You have a brother named Ronaldo.
Yeah, I do.
And that wasn't the first thing that popped in your head? Come on.
That isn't, no, I'm sorry.
That's pretty fucking obvious, dude.
I'm sorry.
My brother's name's Ronaldo.
Oh, what is he gonna do with? Honestly, honest. Mm-hmm.
It's like, really, bro? No, he lives in Mexico.
Playing.
He lives in Mexico, so he's.
We don't talk about him.
No, we do. I hadn't seen him in like 15, 20 years, something like that.
Oh, you might want to.
Big soccer fans in the afterlife. She's saying you probably should see him.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Call him.
Oh, I should probably message him.
Just check. Why not?
I should probably ask about my sister. What?
You.
Oh, this is very direct.
Yeah, a lot of things are coming through all of a sudden for you, dude.
Jesus.
I knew it was going to happen.
God damn it.
Yeah, so you probably should check on your brother then.
Yeah.
What part of Mexico is he in?
Chihuahua. Yeah.
How's Chihuahua?
Oh, they're where they're at. I mean, it's like if you're going to look for trouble, you're going to find it. But, he's an artist over there. And, he's over there. My sister lives over there too.
Sure, your dad
my dad's kids. Yeah. So they're chilling.
It's weird, man.
They're chilling over there. Don't say Mexico, goddammit. I swear to Christ.
Mexico.
What the fuck? And cut.
I'll message my sister. It's like, hey, where's Ronaldo at?
So you have two sets of tarot cards. One that was like more specific about us, right? Like a little bit of a story about us, I guess, right?
Yeah.
What is the other deck?
Ooh, this one is emotions. You mean we
Let's
all
do
know about
that.
those.
Let's do this. Yes.
So this one, if you have a question about relationships or tragedies, anything that incites emotions in you, this is the one to use. It's very colorful, and I am really bad at emotions. I'm going to tell you that right now. So this actually helps me understand, like maybe because of the vibrance of them.
Right.
So it makes me
Orange.
Yes. Thank you, Gayla.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Not talking about colors or anything.
No.
Vibrant colors of the cards.
It's one of my favorite cards, the Sun card, and we were talking about it. She's just talking about it. With
Coming in from the chat, Javier's got all kinds of baggage.
Of course I do.
Yeah.
Well, damn.
Yeah.
Don't air it out on YouTube. No, just kidding.
Oh.
That's going to be like a 3-hour, 4-hour episode there.
It'd be like a whole week episode.
Scratch
What are
the
you talking
surface.
about? Nope.
So maybe I'll pull like a basic where are you at emotionally in your life.
Yeah, that'd be
sound
great.
good?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Please.
Okay, so I'm gonna do Javier first.
Okay.
You've been through a lot in the past 10 minutes.
Yeah, I have. Give me something good. It's like, since you're going to kill yourself. No.
What? Oh, my gosh.
Oh, the moon.
Oh, okay.
So it's a very beautiful card. It's a lady underneath the ocean, and there's a moon on top, and there's coyotes howling at the moon.
Well, if it's any truer, then I am always on top of my lady.
Oh, shut up.
No, I'm
Just
kidding.
point
No,
at the
she'll say no, he's not.
She's spilling out your secrets is what she's doing. That's what the moon card is.
Okay.
You got secrets. But
I have secrets?
It could be emotional baggage.
Okay.
Like she's literally telling that in the chat there.
I'm just waiting for her to message.
And it's about to come out too.
Spiritual baggage.
So
That's weird.
I love you.
don't hurt me.
No, it's her birthday's coming up. Her birthday's on Monday. So that's cool.
Here's her card right there if you want to show her.
Yeah, what?
Queen of Wands. She is the bee's knees.
She is the bee's knees. She's a great gal. She is.
She lights the fire under your ass.
She absolutely does. She's the only reason why. She's the only reason why. She's the only reason why I travel and do things. So she's always pushing me to go explore more. So absolutely, she is. The past couple trips.
But the purse strings. Okay. Oh, sorry.
So say I'm a broke bitch.
No. She's like, slow your roll on that spending, bro.
Oh, I mean,
I'm
trying to think.
You see how she's holding on to the purse? She's like, I just don't want it to go overboard. And she might not have told you this already. Maybe that she needs to. Maybe she's scared that.
I mean, I used to have an issue with shoes.
And buying Supreme shit.
Yeah. Well, she always. I don't buy cards anymore or like anything because I'm broke. I'm a broke bitch.
So here's another. Pentacles is finances or physical items. Overcoming that fight. She hasn't told you the conflict of this money or physical items that you're maybe spending too much money on. Maybe a project.
I mean, you have a lot of physical items.
I do. And she does get on to me about
Collection, maybe a collection.
maybe all the bills that I owe from my debt.
Coming in from the chat, bar money.
Bar money, boom.
Yeah. Or OnlyFans, either one of the two. I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding.
Kind of.
Hey. Oh, yeah, money isn't my problem. No, money isn't her. That's his problem. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it, Tammy.
I'm going to need the ghost to say the next lotto numbers.
Yeah.
So does everybody else.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, no, absolutely. She, but for real though, she does like light a fire under my ass when it comes to. She pushes me to like try to like go out more and enjoy myself, like on trips and stuff like that. So
yeah, maybe you're the one that's too penny pinching and
yeah,
let it go,
I am, and she, God bless her soul, like she's like, I'll pay for it. Let's just go. I'm like,
Yeah. Look, as we're talking about it, I pulled the Seven of Swords and the Two of Swords. Seven of Swords is like action, like running away, going away, traveling, but running away from your problems. And the Two of Swords is like, but I can't. I don't know where to start.
yeah,
that's your problem.
100%.
You just said that.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Wow.
So get out your head and go have fun.
It's so hard to do though.
I know. Especially after
man.
COVID. Jesus.
Yeah. Well, I just
On your fear of flying.
I hate flying.
Oh.
I hate flying. You're gonna die in a crash. Oh shit. Oh shit.
You know what, though? You're going to be high as a kite and happy
Oh,
when you do it.
See, there you
If
go.
that happened. The slight chance that it ever happened.
You
Yeah.
hear
I'm
that?
Because it's a done deal
Yeah.
at that point. And it's pure bliss.
But you know, Chad thinks that he would survive. If he was going to be in a crash, he would be the survivor.
Right. Yeah, I don't really get worried about things because somehow it'll just work out.
Yeah.
It'll just work.
Yvonne.
Ivana. Oh, no. Just kidding. It's good.
Oh, God.
I just love how people are like, what the fuck are you going to tell me?
But when you say, oh, no.
she's like, sister, you have hemorrhoids.
I got to have fun. So he got the 5 of Swords, and it kind of looks like you, like your style.
Yeah. 8 of Pentacles and 5 of Swords.
Yeah, so job. How's that going?
Good.
Is there choices that needs to be made? A change, maybe?
I mean, a lot is changing at work. Not changes by my accord, but changes that are happening for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there an outside source maybe directing that?
Yes.
Like a girlfriend maybe, or a wife?
I mean, the company changes. Yeah.
I think you're married to the company is a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably not wrong. Yeah.
So it looks like there's you might have to make a decision pretty soon about something that's coming down the pipeline,
Okay.
or it's maybe you're doing that right now.
For
Just-
work?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just make sure that you don't let someone who might be manipulating you change that. And I think you might know who it is. Somebody that you work with. That you get kind of the heebie-jeebies sometimes on their motives.
Yeah. No, I get that.
That one.
Okay.
Watch out.
Okay.
Let's fucking kill him.
Whoa. Whoa. Holy shit.
Too
dude.
far?
Yeah.
Okay.
100% too far.
Sorry. I was just picking up your energy, man.
No, she is. You just shut up.
You're just a murderous piece of shit.
That's literally what she's doing.
Fellas, I'm the medium. I'm the medium.
Oh,
Okay.
man. All right.
So mine's work related.
It is. And I
Okay.
think that you love work. Like you like to work. That's just your thing. That's where your head is.
Okay. Yeah.
He does, absolutely
Yeah.
does.
He's
It's where
one
you
that
find happiness.
you find happiness in work sometimes.
I'm as of recent, no. I mean, the whole quiet quitting thing we talked about, but I mean,
Yeah.
I have for the longest time for sure. I love where I work. I love, mostly what I do.
So you notice that this thing doesn't go off anymore when I'm directing the energy to the cards.
Yeah, that's weird.
But once I go right back to the EVP, it will.
That's crazy.
That's how hard it is for it to read me.
Yeah.
If I'm doing something else, it won't. It's very
I'd
hard
even
to do.
yeah, for sure. That's crazy.
It's been quiet until it said Yvonne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the group chat, Yvonne as in Pudge Rodriguez. Which,
Yvonne.
All right,
okay,
look.
I was thinking
Pudge Rodriguez.
YVONNE.
Robin,
not-
I'm sorry I'm being aggressive.
yeah.
Apologize.
Right?
Also on the group chat, if she's the medium, Tim's the schmedium.
That's right.
I like that.
I like that too.
This is I'm really excited to see Tim's.
You have kids?
I don't.
You want kids?
No.
Well,
Yeah.
sucks to suck.
Don't go banging into chicks here in the near future. You might have a
Hey, Jesse.
All right, Jesse, you hear that? Don't.
yeah. Sorry, seeing somebody. What would you like to talk about?
I'm with my girlfriend Jessie.
Yeah. She might want kids.
I don't think so.
I think she's lying.
I don't.
I'm gonna ask her again just to
Yeah.
be like, be honest with me.
I'm waiting
She's
for her
been
message.
hiding it, so the Hermit came up. So if anybody doesn't know, Queen of Swords came up. So somebody that's very stern, the one that's like the end all be all in the relationship, even though she makes you think that you are. She really is like a motherly type. She would be a really good mom.
I mean, so
Really good mom.
she said if we were to have kids, we would have to
Babies.
make that decision now because we're old. Number 2, she had ovarian cancer and had half of her ovaries taken. One half. So she's got one side.
Me too. I actually had my left one. Half of my left one.
Hers is her right.
Crazy.
Her right ovary.
Back in my 20s. Crazy. So I think that might be a thought about the reproductive system.
I could see that.
Yeah. Something on the mind, and she's very protective. See her kind of.
Yeah.
And maybe even painful. Maybe she might have something going on there. But she's been very secretive about something regarding this whole situation. The hermit, which is seclusion.
Mm-hmm.
Did she have a birthday recently?
No.
Not in September or August?
No.
When
it's
is
just
her
a question
birthday?
because it could be a Virgo. Sometimes I ask.
No. What's that?
Oh, no, I forgot when her birthday. Sorry, Jesse.
May.
I forgot.
Oh,
It's
so
in May.
Earth sign. Awesome.
Tired.
Are you tired? Tired of his shit?
Who's tired?
I'm waiting.
I'm waiting too.
I'm waiting for the chat. I'm waiting for her to spill the tea, sis.
Yeah.
Oh, she's not in it.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Anyway.
This is interesting.
Yeah.
No,
So
it's
this is what happened with Alex, Jared. It tapped into his wife's energy as we were talking.
Yeah.
Or the other Jared. Not Alex, Jared. And
okay.
so I don't know what it was about, but I was like, you need to do this, this, and this to make her feel a little bit better because she's night terrors. Yeah, she was tired from the night terrors he was having. And I was like, you need to give her a break.
What's up with night terrors? What is that? Because I mean, I've had like the night terrors and like sleep paralysis, and like I swear, like it's like I'm in the midst of a dream, and it's. So I like bad dreams because I like horror movies. So I like horror movies, and bad dreams is like the ultimate horror movie.
Are you saying horror movie or horror movie?
Horror.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So not like,
It's like the ultimate horror movie, and so
Right.
like and then I wake up scared. I'm like, okay, and then afterwards I'm like, that was kind of cool. But half the time I then forget about what I was dreaming. But I've had like those dreams where something bad is happening, and I can't move, I can't do anything, and I feel I feel like I'm looking in my room, and I can't move.
Well, it's definitely neurological, but from my experience, it is not overcoming a trauma. And it could be current life, past life, whatever it is, you just haven't covered it. You have not recovered from it. And that's what you got to do. It's something deep, 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 though. This isn't something, you might not even know what it is.
I mean, okay. I mean, I don't. There's lots of trauma, but
what would you say like if I'm having like a night terror, or if I'm like having an issue with like a being or like an energy, like what are the steps I can take to like kind of remove that negative energy, or just try to kind of like calm myself down and just accept it, or just try to
just
like
be a better dude.
Get to know it.
Yeah.
Like an acquaintance. Get to know it.
What can I do? Like what? I mean, is there anything I can say, or do I just like accept it, let it happen, and just wait for it to come?
No, they need to have consent. Like spirit needs to have consent, just like you need to have consent with the relationship, right? Like what I have. It's just the same thing on Earth physically, right? If they don't respect that, kick rocks. And you just, keep that, telling them that. And don't let them in your psyche. You block. You literally just have to block it. If you don't believe that they can harm you, they can't.
So we're going to do, I guess, a final question coming from the chat. Deja vu.
I love deja vu.
Let's kind of dive into that, and then we'll kind of close this off.
Okay.
Yeah, we have we'll lighten it up with a quick little fun game, and then like a little Halloween thing, and then
So what's the deal with deja vu?
Deja vu is the little quick futuristic fortune telling
Right.
that life offers you, and it's fun. It's just fun. You don't even have to be a medium. You don't have to have.
I hate
anything.
it.
Why?
It drives me nuts because like whenever I experience deja vu, I'm like, why the fuck am I remembering doing this? Like I've had recently, we had a conversation, and I wish I could recall it now, but I remember sitting there like thinking like, I've had this fucking conversation with you in this moment at this time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why?
And you can't duplicate it. Like
No.
it was a very specific
Right.
thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I hate about it because I'm just like, what the fuck does it even mean?
It's just that familiar feeling,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
But like vivid, like that. It's not just familiar. It's so vivid. Like this happened.
Right.
It's what I call divine manifestation. You manifested it without knowing it, and then, you're remembering what you were literally creating at a different time. And it could be years ago. You never know. Because time is the hardest thing to wrap your head around.
Yeah.
Or my head around.
It's because we're all in the Matrix. All right. So just to close things off, we're going to go into this little bracket that we did. How do you feel about Halloween candy?
I eat it. I eat a lot of it.
First off, thank you for doing all this for us. This was
Yeah, absolutely.
moderately scary and also interesting and kind of fun, and you know.
And I'm glad
really
people
cool.
on the chat enjoyed it too. It was really good
Yeah,
to
and
see
thank
the
you for
interaction.
being respectful.
Yeah,
Sometimes I don't get that.
I mean, I think I said it, but like I'm pretty skeptical. But I felt very uncomfortable. But like not because of what may come up, but like I don't know. It felt eerie. I don't know.
We shouldn't be tapping into this.
Yeah. Through this
A lot
entire
of people
process.
say that. I don't know why. Like it's so natural to me now.
I
Yeah.
think for me, it's because of hearing. Well, listen, when you were talking to Jared about that, when I first heard about, you're telling your therapist like, well, just get your affairs in order. Like I was kind of just like,
Oh shit!
I was
What if
like,
she tells me the same
yeah,
thing?
yeah, and man,
It's
it's heavy. It's heavy.
Mm-hmm.
It really is heavy to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on our Instagram at the Funky Panther today, we asked some people, what is the worst Halloween candy there is, right? And so just kind of curious. And so I'm going to throw some of these out here. We had already put this bracket together, and funny enough, the majority of these have made it on. So a lot of candy corn, a lot of Whoppers. I love Whoppers.
I love Whoppers,
I love
too.
Whoppers.
Whoppers are
Who
delicious.
hates Whoppers?
Is that the malts?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the chocolate
malt
balls.
Yeah.
I'll eat it.
Yeah. Bubble gum. That's not great. If Halloween candy.
That's stupid Halloween candy, but
Yeah.
I'm still gonna chew it.
Yeah, but like double bubble. I mean, how for 5 minutes and then
Yeah,
on
and
to the
spit it
next
out,
one.
yeah.
Yeah. Those things called Mary Janes. They're like a peanut butter
I
molasses
love
candy.
those.
Of course you did, old man. Oh, sorry.
Chicken sticks too.
Yes.
Chico stick.
Candy corn,
Oh, no,
candy
no, no,
corn,
no, no.
Good and Plenty, Almond Joy, that weird peanut butter candy, which actually we'll get into it, but Mary Jane's and that peanut butter candy taffy
I
or whatever
loved all
toffee,
those,
are the
yeah.
same things, really.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
candy corn. So let's get into
You people are crazy. Circus peanuts, I agree. That's bullshit candy.
Let's get into our bracket. So we've created the all trick, no treat, Funky Panther. Which Halloween candy is the absolute worst? And I think we've done a pretty good job of capturing some really shitty candy here on this bracket.
Those bit of
Those
honeys.
first two. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No.
All right, so
okay, I don't like the wax. one.
we're going to start from the top left and then work our way down, same as we've done with the brackets in the past, and then top right, and then move down. We'll get down to the final four and, the final two.
those listening to us and not watching us, you're going to have to go back and watch us to get the full experience.
Yeah.
But let's dive into this. Okay.
All right, so wax bottles, the little shitty wax bottles
That had, like, juice inside
that had
of it?
Juice.
You're
What's
supposed
that
to
about?
eat the wax.
Yeah, but did you eat the wax?
No, I
No.
didn't. I never ate those. I didn't like those.
Bite the tip off and then drink the juice and throw it away.
I didn't like
No,
those.
that's
Yeah.
what you do to the guy that's trying to mess with your willy.
What?
You bite
What?
the tip and you,
Bite the tip and drink the juice?
no, you bite the tip and you run away.
Okay,
Is that what bit of honey means? Holy shit.
and then
Okay.
Bit-O Honey, which is basically just like sticky honey
All
candy.
right. I liked Bit-O Honey.
Me too. Me too.
All right, so which one's the worst? Wax bottles or
Wax
Bit-O Honey?
bottles.
Okay,
100.
Wax bottles, take that
Absolutely.
one.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got Good and Plenty, which are basically little licorice they're little pill-looking licorices, I think, right? And then Sixlets. I like Sixlets, to be honest with you.
Sixlets.
I mean, they're like off-brand M&Ms almost.
They really are. They really are, but I'll eat it.
I'll go with I'll go with Good and Plenty. Needs to get bent.
Yeah.
I've never had sixlets, so
They're basically just hard shell chocolates, just like M&M's. Yeah, but they're in ball shape.
Yeah.
Yeah. So which one's worse, Good and Plenty or Sixlets?
Well, I like Good and Plenty. So I'm
Good and Plenty's are
Wrong
trash.
with you? All right, you
know,
lose.
I liked
Javier.
them
What's
too.
wrong with you? Good and Plenty?
Yeah, they were fine, but
Yeah.
Sixlets was better.
they were fine, not good.
Yeah, they were plenty
All right,
though.
so we've got wax bottles moving on. We've got Good and Plenty moving on. Next up, we got Pixie Sticks or Candy Corn.
Candy corn.
All right, so I like both of those, but Pixie Sticks are superior to candy corn.
Okay, yeah, agreed. Because you can make Kool-Aid out of Pixie
You could
Sticks.
snort Pixie Sticks.
I know it made me feel like a awesome drug.
Right.
Head.
Dude,
Put it in a
what's that?
line.
What's that on? Did anybody watch Riverdale? Like they used to have a pixie stick drug called Fiddle Faddle or something like that, or
What?
God.
Jingle Jangle. They used to call it Jingle
What is
Jangle.
Riverdale.
I was like, that sounds
Archie.
like a creepy dude uncle. That
Yeah, it does. Hey, you want to see my jangle jangle? Holy
How about
shit.
you eat on this fiddle faddle?
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
oh God.
All right, so Candy Corn, moving on to the next round. We've got Double Bubble versus the Peanut Butter Kisses, which again, peanut butter kisses are essentially the same thing as like the Mary Janes. It's like this peanut butter
All right.
molasses toffee.
I'm gonna go with the double bubble needs to get bent because
Yes.
Not toffee, taffy.
it lasted like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
If that.
Yeah. If
Maybe.
that.
So you think Double Bubble is worse than peanut butter kisses?
Yes, because
Yeah.
they had the chalk stuff on the gum.
Okay.
Oh, hey, wait.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're good. Agree to disagree, but it looks like I'm outnumbered here. I definitely think the peanut butter kisses are the worst.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So Double Bubble moving on to the next round. All right. So on the right side, we've got Dots versus Almond Joy or Mounds. They're kind of like the same
Almond Joy
thing.
Mounds are great.
yeah, dots are trash.
I still like Dots though.
I like Dots too.
but
You don't
I'd
like,
rather have the chocolate.
Yeah, same. Chocolate
Dots.
over candy.
Dots.
Dots are better.
Dots are better. So we got one for Dots. You got
I'm for dots are horrible.
I'm chocolate. I want the chocolate.
all right.
So it's we're tied.
Yeah. So no,
Okay,
we're
so-
not tied. So I'm on for the chocolate too. So Dots are out.
I was gonna say Jared's a tiebreaker.
No,
but
Dots are out.
Dots are out.
Dots are out. All right. Random hard candies.
Like I
You
said.
know what I mean?
I like the random hard candy.
So we're talking like those little strawberry things, your little butterscotches,
Yeah.
peppermints, just like the things that are just in a random assortment.
I'm
right?
good with that.
Versus the orange taffies that look like pumpkins.
So I'm not.
They've got a jack-o'-lantern face
Oh
on
man, I
them.
do like taffy.
You're so old, man, dude.
I
He said, I like that taffy.
I do
like
like,
that
I like that
taffy.
taffy. I'm gonna go with the random hard candies and to get out.
Okay.
Okay.
I agree. I don't fuck with the random hard candies very much. I'd rather see the orange taffy, if not because of the flavor. At least it's a cute little jack-o'-lantern face.
Of course.
Orange taffy sounds horrible.
Oh, this
Yes.
next one's gonna be a
Who made that? Who decided that orange taffy was good?
Okay, so which one's moving on? Which one's worse, random hard candy or orange?
random
taffy?
hard candy? I
is
think
worse.
is worse.
Which one's worse?
Random hard candy.
Worse.
Orange taffy.
And then I'm gonna say random hard candy. So random
All
hard
right.
candy's moving on. All right, next licorice versus Tootsie Rolls.
So I think Tootsie Rolls are garbage.
Oh my god, I love Tootsie Rolls, dude.
I don't
Cotton
like
candy,
Garbage.
sweet as gold. Let me see the
You know what's
Tootsie
better than-
Roll.
To the left.
Regular Tootsie
To the
Rolls,
left, to the right.
vanilla Tootsie Rolls.
Yes, those are
oh
good.
my god,
The flavored
Remember when
ones
they
are
had,
great.
Do they still have all the flavored ones?
Yes.
Because those are actually pretty good.
Yes, I would have bagged
But the
those.
chocolate Tootsie Rolls are great too. I would say licorice.
They
Can
didn't
go
taste
fuck
like
itself.
they didn't taste like
Yes.
Yeah.
they didn't taste like chocolate though.
Well, I know
They
they're not
didn't.
really supposed to.
All right, but I'll go with the Tootsie Rolls, even though I didn't like them.
Okay, Tootsie Rolls or licorice. Which one's worse?
I like
Licorice.
Okay, so
Tootsie Rolls
licorice-
had flavor.
Yeah,
I
licorice is
randomly
moving
like
on.
licorice has flavor. It's licorice.
All right, last
It's like a
one on the
it's a
right.
flavor.
We've got Smarties versus Circus Peanuts.
Circus peanuts are bullshit.
which I didn't remember until I started doing some Google searches, and holy shit.
I liked him a little. I did.
You probably like Peeps too, don't you?
Fuck no. What's wrong with you?
'Cause
No.
I feel like circus peanuts are in like the same realm as Peeps.
Yeah, there's like weird fluff, right?
Yeah, weird like marshmallow that's not marshmallow. I don't know.
But
I
then
like
they're-
Smarties. I liked Smarties.
So Circus
Yeah.
Peanuts can go fuck themselves?
Yeah, they can.
All right, Circus Peanuts moving on to the next round. All right, so we have got wax bottles versus Good and Plenty. I'm going to say wax bottles.
Wax bottles.
Yeah. Same. Then we had candy corn versus Double Bubble.
Candy corn.
Candy corn is worse than Double Bubble?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
I disagree.
I disagree.
It just came loose.
All right.
You don't get a
It's a
bag
tie.
of
It's a tie. It's a tie.
Candy corn tastes better than Double Bubble.
All right, Jared.
Jared from Tales from the Ford. You're the
Which one's
tiebreaker.
worse, Double Bubble or candy corns?
Candy guy.
Moves on.
Moves on. So on the right side, we had Dots versus Random Hard Candy. I'm going to say Random Hard Candy's worse.
Yeah, random hard candy. Dots.
Yeah.
Dots.
Yeah, I'll say that. Dots are pretty delicious.
All right. And then we've got Licorice versus Circus Peanuts.
Licorice.
Licorice.
I think
Circus peanuts.
I fucking hate licorice.
I like licorice.
Red
man.
licorice is
Oh wait,
good.
so are we? Wait,
No,
licorice is worse.
Licorice.
Licorice
They're
is
saying
worse.
it's
Black
worse, so
licorice.
it's
Black
going on.
licorice. Yeah, horrible.
Yeah. All right. So in the final four, we've got Wax Bottles versus Candy Corn on the west, and on the east, we have got Random Hard Candy versus Licorice. So let's start off with Wax Bottles versus Candy Corn.
Wax
Candy
bottles.
corn. Candy corn.
Wax Bottles
Wax bottles.
is worse.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Wax Bottles is taking it to the final round, and then we've got Random Hard Candy versus Black Licorice.
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 Licorice. It's safe to say licorice won this, right?
I mean, the wax bottles, is it even really candy? I don't know. Let's see. Let's get into the conversation. The final two of all trick, absolutely no fucking treat in this game is Wax Bottles versus Black Licorice.
I feel like it's a draw.
It's bad.
They're equally
They're
bad.
just so bad.
Although I do like. All right, I like licorice because it reminds me of root beer.
Jägermeister.
Jaeger.
Oh
Yeah.
no,
Jaeger.
The 2 times I blacked out,
Oh.
Jaeger.
Oh.
Can't do licorice.
Gross.
Just thinking about it. I got
Licorice
chills down my
because
back.
of that. Schwartog bombs.
Oh my gosh, Schwartzog.
Because of
It's
that.
like, you know how much you hate Jaeger?
Yeah.
Then think about that like 10 levels below, and that's Schwartzhog. It's like this wannabe Jaeger, but it's worse. And we got a bottle, and we never saw it again. It was like it didn't actually exist.
never existed.
but
It's like
we had a
Jumanji
bottle.
where you put it.
And then it disappeared.
All
Just
right,
gone.
Look, I'm thinking that. It's going to be what's it called? Licorice loses or wins, I guess.
I'm with you. I think licorice is the absolute fucking worst candy there absolutely is. Black
Licorice.
Did you,
Licorice.
You had
I agree.
to. You had to hide somebody.
Oh, they were being
Oh
pricks.
yeah, that's my troll.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
So remember when I was like, "Thank you for being so nice," and then Terra Destroyer is like, "Not anymore."
What a piece of shit. Hey, go fuck
Called you
yourself.
out, bitch.
Go fuck yourself,
Yeah.
Tarot Destroyer.
Okay, so it looks like licorice is the absolute winner-loser of what is the worst candy that you can get on Halloween.
All right.
Woo,
And
it's
well done,
horrible.
everybody.
Licorice is horrible.
Well
I just
done,
want to say Xanax hidden as like Smarties would be really bad too
Oh,
for kids.
oh, yeah.
Enjoyable
No, yeah.
for adults, though.
But who wants to give away their good drugs to children?
Exactly.
That's what I keep telling people.
Nobody.
Like, stop.
Nobody's going to
No.
give
Nobody.
your kids expensive
No, they're
drugs.
going to keep their own drugs and say, hey, keep the Smarties, loser. All right. Well, Eve, thank you so much. This has been horrifyingly fun, and it's been really, really cool having you on. Where, again, can people find you on social media, and then when can we hear your new podcast?
So you can find me on Twitter, True Crime with Eve, and as well as YouTube, True Crime with Eve channel. And then the podcast is going to be, again, True Crime with Eve.
And when's that coming out? When can we look forward to that?
Next week.
Hey,
real
let's
quick.
go.
Okay, fantastic. Eve, thank you again. Thank you again. This has been so much fun.
Very
Thank
appreciative.
you.
Thank you so much for
having me,
coming.
guys.
Absolutely.
Appreciate
Thanks everybody that's been hanging out with us on the chat. We've had a lot of people interested in what's going on here. So
A lot of people are watching too, so
Yeah.
it's really good, to get that interaction.
Yeah, so thank you all for hanging out with us. If you don't already do so, please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Leave us a comment, like, whatever you want to do. Just, leave us some love. You can also find us on all the social media platforms at The Funky Panther, and all of this is thefunkypanther.com. Stay good, everybody, and have a really fantastic, scary Halloween. I'm Chad.
I'm Javier.
I'm Tim.
And we are
The Funky Panther!
Woo!